few days.
Then I guess we're nearly there?
How many is a few?
Oh no,
No,
it's
wait.
always
There's no land in sight. What do you mean? Well,
Now,
inside
if you get
I'm
up on the
not-
crow's nest, there's land.
I don't know, I think I see something.
Is there?
Yeah, there's something over there.
I think that I've got better odds than that I'm from a bird folk, but
Ah,
maybe I'm just eyed.
bird folk. Like, a few months?
3 months, wow.
3 months.
anybody-
Been so
I'm gonna
long.
cough a lot, I'm sorry. How you been, Gil?
So I kind of stopped counting after 2 months.
I've been alright.
Are you?
Okay, that's good to know.
It's been a day and I'm just excited to get to it. I never been to school, you know.
Yeah, no, me neither. So, this will be it.
I've never
You've never been?
educated, yeah, so I'm very excited. I hope they...
We're all
Oh, well, I mean,
schooled individuals.
you did say you couldn't read, so I mean... I could somewhat read, but like...
Words that are like...
read.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's like, if there's 5 or more, like, letters, though, I kind of get confused. Like, I can read cat and, like, dog and stuff
What,
like that. It's pretty
so
good.
like... Oh,
What about bird?
that's one
Oh, I
syllable.
think I know that
Well,
one. That's,
just-
B...
Uh-huh.
E...
You got it.
D, right?
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
That was
I mean it works.
It's.
I mean, technically,
Doesn't sound like an I.
another way
Phonetically it is B-E. Otherwise it'd be like beard. But that's not beard, like a beard. That's bird.
Bide?
Weird. Don't
Bide. Have I been saying bird wrong?
Bide? No, it's bird, it's bird, it's bird, it's bird.
But also terrified.
It's bird.
Should be fine.
It's absolutely bird.
It's just weird.
I'm more worried about our
It's
right
just
now.
weirdly spelt for some reason.
But I'm also worried about those strong people. Like, what if they are?
I'm so tired.
I guess that just comes with
Mean?
strength, doesn't it? Say mean. I would put a sick
an asshole.
Oh, no.
Intimidating.
Scary.
Scary.
I wouldn't be scared of something.
Well, if they're intimidating, then you need to worry about it. I'll be in for you.
It's true. Romeo for nothing but good to me. I will protect you with my life.
So, no.
Almost. Most of it. Like a decent.
Yeah, well...
I know you had a thing going with what are your arms? I overheard a conversation. Is your arms okay now? Because I had an issue myself with my left arm. So you know, I think it was just, you know, the sea. I'm not used to traveling by sea. Yeah. You know, I think it was a tick of some sort, some kind of nervous tick. You know, my arm would just kind of jolt out. You know, it's just kind of like a reaction to something.
My arm
You know,
is
it's-
just hurting a lot.
You beat up the biggest guy.
Oh right, okay. So long as it's not hurting now, you know, that's what matters.
First time I really up on the sea. Even
Yeah,
though
no, same. I've never done anything like this. Are we nearing land?
Maybe they're gonna start, like...
mostly just a little bit inland, just learning to fight. Using
Fair enough. So you're gonna be like right up and at him, aren't you?
Yes, very much.
I'm I don't really want to say it like it is, but I'm a bit of a coward. I brought a spear. It's just kind of the further away I am, I feel like the better I perform.
Good morning to the both of you.
Oh,
Uh,
really? I really think I would want to learn new weapons too. Maybe.
Yeah, you know,
Might be able to
I
put a
would
big
also like to.
swing in it with my strength.
away from up there.
I don't think I could wield something like a big sword. I think that's a bit too much.
Just got to work out, get stronger.
I don't know. I'm kind of thin.
It is clearly there. You can see it with your eyes.
Just little
And clipping.
scrawny, eat more, and work out, run, push-ups, sit-ups.
Huh. Okay. Well, if I get any, well, not if I, that's a bit selfish. If we get free time, I should probably spend some time focusing on that, because I don't want to, you know, weigh everyone. Funny enough, weigh everyone down. I'm probably one of the skinniest people here.
Could probably toss you pretty far.
I bet you could, and I don't want to test that. No offense.
I could train you. Well, we could train weightlifting and everything.
We could do, and that is something we could consider. What are you looking at, Saul? Just occurred to me, we're going wrong. No, we're not. This is a very inconvenient flag. Or sail, not a flag. Flag's got at the top. You know, you kind of gotta... Just to go through it, you know. What you looking at, Saul?
I'm looking at all the salt.
Salt in the water?
What?
If you boil it, so if I were to get really, really strong fire magic, could I boil the entire ocean to make it drinkable?
It would
I
probably be
doubt
best not to
you'd
do
do that.
like a certain fish. We could put it in that terms.
Yeah.
I've only had like 2 things of salt on the boil. It was really nice.
I'm trying to remember everyone's names. Val, Anora, Kingsley... What was your name? I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten.
Oriana, or Oriana.
Okay, Oriana, yes, that's... Okay, I remember it now, oh my god. Gillab, or Gil for short. Nix, Emma, and Solus. Got it.
You know that? They put salt in the ocean.
Yeah, I drank it.
What?
You drank it? Why did you drink it?
Yeah, I drank some of it.
Why?
Concentration of salt.
Well, I've never been to the ocean before, and I was told it's salty, and I wanted to be sure.
Fair enough, honestly.
Yes, it is.
He drinks
So now nobody else has to drink it.
Yeah.
You know what? You took one for the team. Thank you, Gil. I appreciate it. I won't drink it.
You don't have to drink it.
really
It's very salty. I would not try.
Very salt. Alright.
I can imagine.
They also did
Oh, you'd be drinking, like, fish feces. That's not good.
Again, I wouldn't drink it a second time.
Very inconvenient spirit who could rip.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that it's there, it's just the fact that, you know, if someone were to walk into it a bit too hard, I feel like it would rip.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I'm not gonna demonstrate because I don't want it to rip. But,
It would be very inconvenient.
just, I kind of feel like this is a bit flimsy as well.
Move your arms in a circular motion, and then kick.
I think if I pull down too hard, it might break.
That's probably how you
That reminds me, when the Madari climbing these, they can't be that, like... I mean, they've pushed the wind, and wind's pretty strong, so I mean... Or rather, they caught the wind, that's not the phrasing for it at all.
You don't have any gills, so just don't think you can breathe.
No. If you had gills,
The
you'd
air
be on
show's
the
like
beach.
kind of
You'd be
tiny,
around here,
so
that's where the fish bits is.
What?
I can help you.
Yeah, that's where the...
Take off your shirt, we need to see if you have gills.
Oh, alright, if you insist.
Make sure they don't fall into the water. No.
Alright.
Don't
There's no gills, you're not a fish.
no, there's no.
Why do I get the feeling he'll be doing this very often?
Why is he taking off his shirt just
Wouldn't be
randomly?
surprised if we all smell like
Mm,
fish
I-
every night at sea.
Wait, who's that? I don't think I've seen them before.
Salt sweats.
Are they new? Did we pick them up?
And mostly. Well, I have seen them before sometimes, but they've mostly been hiding and throwing up.
Oh. No, I don't think fun's the word.
That's also a teacher we didn't see. That's also a teacher we didn't see. Well, much.
Which one? The red
We've seen
hair
all of
one?
these people at least once or twice, but we're still surprised over like a few months. There are just some faces we still do not know or recognize.
I don't know. No.
Professor.
Professor?
Next to one with white hair?
I think
That was it. The other one.
a good way to go about it would just be to call them Professor, right? And whoever turns around, you just go with it.
Well, I said Professor.
Mhm.
I said
Like-
hello, Professor. I don't know your name, and they said just Professor. So I'm like, okay,
Oh.
Professor.
So Professor.
Now,
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't think the last name's Professor, but I have not been corrected, so I'll keep saying it.
Do you think if you get like really close and you're like buddies, you could call them Prof? No, that's pretty bad.
Oh no, maybe.
If you really come.
What's like a
Because
cool word for
I know
Teach.
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 That's what they do to you.
Teach.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah,
We are going to
It does. They do.
learn.
they teach you. So
Mm-hmm.
wait. But then it's like you're commanding them to teach you.
Ah, no, you're right.
I mean, learning's not a bad thing. It's just it's like demanding something from the professor, which sounds just wrong. I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
We got a good bunch of.
What if what if we drop the Professor bit? Just say the name.
Oh.
Isn't that very disrespectful?
Instead of
We're supposed to be of
Professor.
higher standing.
We're close, so they'll be like, it's cool that you didn't say Professor.
Disrespectful? It's disrespectful to call someone by
I
their
can't imagine
name,
it'd be
is
too
that right?
disrespectful.
Well, no, some
I mean,
people
if
have
they're
titles
considered higher
and they
rank,
can
you're higher
when you
power
don't
than it
address
is.
them by
Well,
that.
Oh yeah, you know, if you do them the respect, you should call them by the title, I suppose.
Especially when
Yeah, so like,
Right. That. Thank you. I would have just called them by their names. That's. Ooh, yikes.
So like, let's say like Gel here was a professor. If you used to say Professor, was it Ayasolomo was your last name?
you got it.
Nice. So if you said Professor Ayasolomo, you know that's much more respectful. But if you used to,
Professor Malik.
hello,
Mm-hmm.
is that right, Professor Malik?
Good morning.
Professor.
Okay, yeah.
Professor, if someone were to get close to another professor, what is a nickname you would give them to show how close you are to them?
Well, that would
Like
be
if we
between
were
you.
friends, would Prof be alright?
Between us, no.
No.
I would be Chancellor.
Okay.
Or simply Chancellor.
That is.
Okay, so we're safe to call you Chancellor. That makes sense.
I am so sorry.
He's more than a professor.
I never knew your title.
It is
Makes it so much easier.
It is no problem. I'm technically not on the job until we land anyway.
Oh,
Technically.
Well, still, we are supposed to, sure with your proper power title, so.
I just want to be prepared. I don't want to make a fool of myself from the first day. Oh boy, could you imagine?
Chancellor Malik.
Oh, yes.
It does.
Chancellor
Be careful.
Chancellor Malik.
I could not imagine.
Malik, was it just Chancellor Malik?
Boring.
Just Chancellor.
Just Chancellor. Okay. So you have no royal status?
Hello.
No, no.
Hello, Tolia.
Hello.
How are your insides? I'm so sorry.
Have you also been seasick?
Your insides should be in your insides. If they're on the outside, you might want to check it out.
Sorry.
I don't think I've had a meal stay down in months.
Well, we're almost at land. You can see so from the crow's nest.
But
Oh.
the crow's nest?
See why they invited you. I think it probably
crows,
sways more up
probably.
there, so I'm gonna take your word for that.
Is that what a crow's nest is? I mean, it's also what a crow's nest is, but
Well, I've seen the birds up
It's
there.
called a
I
crow's
think.
nest.
So maybe they were crows up there.
I mean, we saw parrots.
But if,
Whatever the other ones were.
Does a parrot goes up there? Is it called a parrot's nest? Do we change the name of it?
No, yeah, I don't think that's.
Beds.
I have no idea.
I think it's because crows, I guess, have a liking for looking for things. I guess they're like mini pirates. I don't know. I know pirate ships are a thing.
High up, and birds or no one
Probably to
The
see.
first person to make one probably had a crow in it. It's like, it's the crow's nest. And that's what happened.
Oh,
Oh wait.
makes a lot of sense. You're probably right. Yeah, that's probably it.
My brain just buffered a bit.
We come to a conclusion.
Yeah, I think I saw
We
the
have,
physical.
we have books on boats. We can find the ores in
I'm
the
bo-
crow's nest.
Can you
Again,
I would
I think
imagine
I'm going to
that-
turn around just a bit.
Yeah, if you just look out towards the sea, I think you'll be
And a
fine.
crow made the nest up in one.
Mm.
And they decided, hey, we
Just
could
kind of
have
look at the
crows.
rocks that are now not the same shape as they were.
Very common bird when you're on
I'll have
sea.
my own crow's nest.
They're
You'll be
very
safe.
happy rocks.
I imagine this happened often.
They're solid, as some would say,
Mm,
Yes. Mm.
but like obviously they're solid, but solid is in like they're cool because they're fun to look at, I guess.
Language rarely does.
Mm. Mm.
Lots of weird rules and rules and barely any of it ever.
I don't know. Where was my keyboard?
You though over there. I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, I'm out the way. See-
Carry on.
Pardon, what was that?
Sorry. Oriana. Or Oria for short.
Lots of accents in this group.
To meet you, Miss Oriana.
I'm being boring using my actual voice.
Mr.
And they
Chancellor.
even give you student uniforms.
So what are those?
Amusing.
They also put
assholes on this shit. How surprising.
Do you
Professor,
fancy
those are
yourself
students.
a pugilist?
I see. Do your
Mm.
talents beyond
Mm.
looking
Sad.
like this?
You don't do.
I mean, I guess that's for you to find out.
But yes, you fancy yourself a pugilist?
That's not for me to find out. That's for you to demonstrate. Do you understand the difference?
Whatever.
Yes, I do.
No, I didn't.
I would face you to talk, sir, but
Nice seeing you, Val. Have a great day.
No,
Talk to you
no, it's
later.
understandable.
If you get sick, look out at something in the distance because apparently it helps you. It helps you like 'cause it's not moving. So
the seasickness is killing me.
we are moving still.
I guess you suddenly like some.
yes, but if you look at something in the distance, it's further away, so that you got more time for your eyes to.
Oh, right. Well, like, does it like trick your mind into thinking
Yeah.
you're standing still or something?
I would cover his.
Because then it's too far away for you to actually, straight past it.
Strange how our minds work.
Pride, student.
It really is. I want to learn more about it. Oh, well, not it, just them, our minds.
That was very
How'd you,
loud.
how'd you get what happened to you?
That is a story that you will not learn.
No, not wrong. Are you sure?
Watching the clouds are quite nice, though.
I've learned that you should
Quite
never
sure.
ask someone about their appearance because apparently that is a very bad question to ask here.
Clay and I saw them all.
Is it?
I mean, I got used to it.
Is it? Everyone's asked me about my arm.
I mean,
Hmm.
I can guess what happened to both your arms and legs, but
Do you know how to bow?
His legs have been outwards.
not about. Got blown off or something? Maybe in a fight, cut off.
Incorrect both times.
Both times, huh? Well, it's, it looks like a Kriege's injury at least. Oh. Oh, yeah, I see land.
It looks like we're talking.
Oh, are we coming in?
But what was your name?
Vol Eintail, pleasure.
Vol Hindtail?
Vol. Just call me Vol.
Just fall for short, Alex.
My name is Ram. Do you shake hands or is it just?
all that just gonna be that.
Please, I want off this boat.
Please don't shoot
I want off.
Yes.
I won't.
If you know what to do.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's it. Make sure it's secure.
Don't do it.
Just wondering how long that handshake was.
What if we got magic training? I gotta shoot him then.
Well, yes, but not anywhere else.
Don't shoot him anywhere.
We're never gonna let that one go. I'm sorry.
Is my uniform all good?
It's cool. I think so.
Looking sharp.
Wait, a little bug. Still a bug. Okay.
Thank you. There you go, mate. Should be good. All right, great. Am I alright? Nothing's, you're good.
Yeah, no,
Wait, wait, wait. Your bag's fine. No cat sick?
No good.
Fine. We're good.
I don't think so. I got it all washed.
Oh.
Right, you get.
Yeah, I washed it all off by the time. So there should be no cat sick.
Oh,
Seems good.
We're heading on then.
you can't yell.
Woo.
Actually, I'll go in the very back since I'm so tall.
Right, here we go.
I didn't hear half of what the people just.
Oh,
They're signs. That's cute. What do they say?
That's-
I can't read them.
I can't read them from here either.
Come on, I have to get closer.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, I don't know you feel.
Hey.
Professor Big Beard for Charles. Professor Mordred. And over
Oh.
there is our
I'll stand behind you.
esteemed headmaster.
Let's keep this going.
Just the woman I would like to speak to.
Bellicosa.
Yes, I will be in.
With pleasure.
Hello.
Oh,
Nice students.
Welcome, please. This way. This way.
welcome students and. Oh, okay.
Hope you guys had a
Hello.
good evening. This way. This way.
Oh,
Welcome. Oh, you guys
Look, there are green uniform people. Why are there green?
I'm green. Maybe I'll go
are there classes in this? Wait,
You
wait, we're not gonna be on the same team for long then.
green class.
Everyone gather. Come on.
Oh.
Follow the little man with the sign. Come on. This way.
Oh,
Follow the little man with the
getting a bit of a headache coming into this place. might be the nose.
Oh boy.
More people.
Oh, we're actually here. Huh.
They're like, oh, those ones are blue. Oh, they've got different colors.
Okay, so there are teams.
Oh. Okay, I want to pick a color. I want to have a color. I like colors. Do we get to choose?
Just,
Do we have to like
just,
color in our own shirt?
just be polite and wait, and we'll find out.
I'm having an
If you ask nicely, they might give you pink.
got an issue.
Oh, they might. You're right.
Pink might be the super secret elite team or something. We've only seen green and blue, I think.
Maybe. I want to try and join this pink team then.
Well, I mean, I don't think we can all. We don't know how many's on a team.
I kind of forgot what it's.
That's true. That's why I'm gonna wait it out and
I want a cape.
Oh.
Cape. He's got one. He's got a cool cape.
I feel like you're still rocking.
Well, he must be of some kind of importance then.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, probably.
I will say,
They all got really cool outfits.
Sure, I guess. Small one with the sign.
The little man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the Emma? Is it true that I can hear you from?
There's
like,
another one
shouting
peeking.
very loudly?
I see him. They're waving.
I don't know how that's possible when I have all my arms down.
Hello.
I know, but
Hello.
Say me
I
hello.
can
Hi.
shout very loudly.
Step up, please, to the not gallows.
Oh, he's in charge. That's probably what the cape means.
Right, the gallows.
I didn't hear any of what he just said.
No, not gallows.
Like onto them. Or
Not gallows.
No, in
A lot
front
of
of
different kinds of people here.
in front of the
front
stage.
end horror.
Okay.
Come on. It's one in the red.
Welcome to
One of the.
Rosewood.
Okay.
Hello. Thank
Welcome
you.
to the institution.
Hello.
I'll be your welcoming member of a team today. I am Murtesh Miyoshumo, here to welcome you in. I'm not being paid to do this. Nobody's asked me to do this. I'm doing this of my own accord. Don't blame the school for any of my actions. I've been told to say that for everything I do to new people. So, welcome to the school.
Excuse me?
Oh, that's the interesting.
I'm glad to have you all here.
Splendid.
This is Rosewood.
You're doing great.
It's a big place.
They're small. That's offensive. It's nice to be here.
Nice to meet you. We have, we got, hi. We have, two people there from a team and people there from a
More
team.
blue.
Divided by color,
Wow.
which is how you do things.
Oh, that's why we all look so dull.
We do a lot of cool things at this school. We have a lot of activities. Obviously, you know, we train, right? We do cool things like that. I don't have my weapon on me right now. I left it in my room, but I have a weapon. I see some of you have weapons. Those are cool.
Oh, he's talking to me. Thanks, I appreciate it.
I think he meant.
Yes, I can answer any of your questions about the school. Shoot.
What? You're saying that you're divided in teams. What are the teams? And do they stand for anything specific?
They stand for colors. I'm red team. That's light blue team. That's dark blue team. That's yellow team.
Okay.
And that's purple team.
Okay, so just color name.
Wonder how many of these people are occult users.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the school.
What's this plan?
Thanks.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Motesh.
Thank you, Motesh.
Follow
the
purple light.
Alright. Okay.
All on target.
Wait.
Follow the little one.
Oh boy.
We're with him.
Bye, light blue. Bye, dark blue.
Forward to Hello.
Rainbow.
That's not okay.
Bye, purple people. Come on.
Hello, purple.
Do these teams have names? I think it's a bit weird for him to be calling them purple people.
Assuming you're all staying, these are teleporters.
You'd think they thought of
The place you need to go is the green crystal. Once you're there, head inside the double doors and go straight until you see the mess hall, and then wait there.
Backwards.
Straight.
I heard.
Right, yeah, this... He just vanished?
It might disorient you for a couple weeks, but you'll get used to it. Come on.
I've been disoriented for
I'm...
longer than
Oh, oh, okay.
It's the fastest way around the
Okay, wait.
Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm fine.
Oh.
Okay.
Do not worry. This is normal for
I didn't like that.
Oh.
Goodness gracious.
Oh. I can taste the color purple.
I feel like
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Go straight, double doors, mess hall. Was that right? Mess hall? Hello? Oh. I'm sure we're gonna get used to that. Because if we don't, it wouldn't be there. If you go straight, that's a brick wall. Unless they mean to go around it.
Probably ought to go around it.
Yeah. Oh, I think this would be the room.
Tables.
way of transportation because I'd rather walk.
Should we make for the teleportation stuff? Should we make sure everyone else is on their way? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sure that.
Come on. Don't dig in. Is this all of us? How many of us were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 of us? 12 people? I think that's 12 of us.
No, we're missing Talia.
Missing Talia?
Oh, no, you're right, Talia.
Oh, we are, you're right.
Talia, right? Did we lose Talia? Did Talia teleport?
Talia?
I'm doing amazing.
If you're so great, why don't you leave that?
Talia get stuck behind?
I need a hit while I look down at the ground.
Oh. Sure. Wait.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, we were just making sure you were here.
Lost track at the end of that.
You're right.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's red team, there's purple team.
Because we have no color.
Good morning.
Ah.
Do you not know actually?
How was your trip?
You don't think it's ranked in
Well, I can read
terms
small
of
words, but
ineptitude?
3 months, getting to know all
But
these.
yeah, it was alright.
I don't remember where we were told to stand.
In the mess hall, I believe.
I wonder where we could be assigned to stand.
I wonder
There were some sort
where
of symbols on the floor.
some kind of indication as to where we would stand.
Like, do we stand there or we just stand here?
Do we stand sideways or in like a long row that goes through the tables?
Oh, you stand.
To my right.
Ah, so you're right. Oh, okay.
It's my left.
Yep. I misheard. Again, just teleportation stuff. It's a bit fuzzy.
I'm gonna stand behind.
You get used to it, especially when most of your body's made of it.
You can did say so, I just realised. I would very much appreciate some water, thank you.
Thought as much.
Hello, purple person.
Really cool arm.
I mean, I'm sure you're used to more people being more your size than your home.
Oh, yes.
What is it?
Hercules, a lot taller than me.
Hello, purple person.
Specifically,
You should be a lot stronger than everybody.
Ooh.
I am green.
Well,
Yeah.
Is it
more
like?
than likely.
Are we
Would you like to
referring
find
to
out?
Well, strength means a lot, so.
well, yeah.
Never
Surely be fine.
How was
More
your
general.
trip?
Colour.
So we're
It was
being here.
very nice.
Amazing. Are your legs the
Ah.
same thing?
Met all these wonderful people.
Were we already
I've
supposed to
only
be
thrown out
standing
3
in
times.
line, or?
No,
I
they're
don't
on.
know.
Because I don't see others doing it.
I guess that's impressive.
I don't.
Oh,
actually.
it was kind of. It was,
Oh, sorry,
sorry,
Mark.
it's kind of hard
Do
to
you want to
tell.
stand here?
Oh, fuck, land sickness.
I smacked you with my shield. Do you?
We did spend a good few.
Sharp bits on it.
Well,
I
mean,
haven't
yeah,
heard of
yeah,
that
but-
place.
Hold on, it's very hard to look in that
I mean,
direction.
you could stand in
I have
front
to
of me
turn
and
around. Hang.
Of course.
Okay,
I
then.
I would like to not hit. I would like
Might be
to
overwhelming. Look at all the
Southeastern.
got here.
Back up
Oh,
onto
that
the
does
desk.
hurt. That hurts
That
a
makes a
lot.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I'll just be right
Excuse me.
beside you.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. I can talk to you that way.
How did you know I did farming?
Now, do I have a what you said?
It's a common activity in Swain.
Oh, a name.
A name. Ah, yes, my name is Gellib of the Clan Eye of Solamore. It's wonderful to meet you.
I read some books on it.
Right. As well as you. I'm Callum. Nice to
Callan, wonderful to meet you, Callan.
Also,
I can't wait for us to be
90% of
friends.
end up farming.
Did they
My
tell
head
us to do
hurts.
anything else after this?
right,
We're just supposed to
of
stand
course.
here.
I think we're just standing here.
Supposed to wait?
I think we're just waiting.
I
What you
heard,
got
I
next?
heard something of other students also having to
Well,
I
just
exactly
notes
haven't
about
met
everyone
many
and,
farmers,
study.
surprisingly.
I only know other ways.
Well then.
Even
No, no, it's fine.
Military
Well,
account.
I don't want to
Take
accidentally
down
smack
them
you with my shield.
birthdays and
I would
whatnot.
very much appreciate you don't break it.
Well,
Oh,
wouldn't
it's a
that
whisper.
mean
I always
lot
found
of
it hard to
people
keep
from
track.
farming?
No.
Oh, there it is.
Even
I'd rather be at the end.
probably
It really does hurt to look that way, doesn't it? Oh boy.
Outlier
Oh.
of the situation.
Yes, it does. That is
Actually,
It's much less worrying.
To your farm.
headache inducing.
My farming has
there's a lot less stress for
See-
seeing all the people that you probably be judged by if you do something wrong.
Yeah. I don't want to freeze up in front of them, so I'm gonna turn around.
I was trying to. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Thank you for telling me.
Honestly, actually, looking at the teacher over there might also.
Talk to you later. It's wonderful to meet you, Callan.
Trust me, the school is.
I mean, a friend.
Yes, Kaylin.
You say his name was Calum?
Callan?
Oh goodness.
Did I fuck up a name? Fuck.
You having an identity crisis?
No.
fine. My head.
Nah, I called him Callan.
It was you. What?
I forget the name.
I honestly have no idea.
Which one?
Oh, that's-
What? Oh, the purple one in with the one that's in the purple clothes.
I have no clue who that is. Good luck.
You walk.
All right, thanks.
Hope I'm
Lining
not
up on the right of the symbol.
so we don't have to beat up the strongest here. They're so dominant.
We have the strongest one. Right.
Exactly.
What's this about? Beating up the strongest one?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's
We don't need to because we got the strongest one.
Okay.
So what do you think about the rounds so far, Kingsley?
Well, they're not rocking. That is the main thing.
Yes, that is good.
So happy.
We do not have to worry about.
Honestly, I'm having the feeling that my organs, my inside want to move now. It's oof. They're so used to going left, right, forward, backwards.
Yeah. He kind of adjust to the, I guess, the rocking of the ship.
And sickness.
Yeah, that'll get you. Building.
Nice to meet you too. I can't help but notice that you were another blue Viking like me. You even have yellow eyes.
It's a quite common trait.
I'm actually very scared of the small ones.
You know what?
I've never seen another.
They can
one.
hide out of your
It's a
regular life.
very big. That's a big bell.
Oh dear God!
Wow, if that rings, we're all deafened.
Yeah.
Might even be dead.
Oh, God forbid it land on someone.
You think we get earthquakes?
I doubt it. These are quite dominant ships.
Hope not.
It's a good thing I can only hear half of it.
But you're saying there might be a possibility.
Oh, right.
To go from half deaf to full deaf.
Maybe
I think you're deaf. You're deaf.
very far.
And that is specifically.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
That
That's
is
what I'm asking.
close enough.
Hello.
You guys are the new ones,
By the way,
I'm
it was
assuming.
really nice to meet you, but
Me, sorry.
Yep.
before the meeting.
No, he's a liar. We do.
I hope you're enjoying your time so far.
We are
It's better than the boat.
He lies. We all knew.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been on the boat
Good
yet.
at lying.
Yes, I am.
He really is. He really is.
There remains a mystery.
Oh, I hate you so much.
This is a strange place. Strange people.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, what's your name?
Situation I would never actually sneak up on. It's Avi.
Oh, that one has wings.
So nice you say it twice.
Avi Avadan.
I don't want to be rude, but you can fit in the beds in this place.
Avi Avadan. Nice to meet you, Avi. I'm Gellum. I saw them.
Nice to meet you too.
I hate to be rude, but you think Kingsley can fit in the beds in this building?
I come from Southern Rosa. Where are you from?
What are they? You're
The beds in this building. Do you think Kingsley can fit in?
Register all that through all the rattling.
My name is Gellum. I'm the clan I saw. The king says call me Gellum.
Because he struggled on the ship.
It's rude not
Use the other hand.
You having a case of the heebie-jeebies like I did?
I'm sure they've got something for it.
Yeah, because his name's on the board, so I assume they knew he was coming.
Thank you for being considerate of my well-being. That time.
Of course, you're very small.
There's other big people here, so it makes sense.
A Viking really that weird of a sight?
I should have something here.
So what's the blue on your uniform mean? Everyone's got different colours. I'm assuming teams. What are they?
Oh, these ones. Well, along over here we have Aqua, Ignis, Lumen, Terra, Umber, and Ventus.
Do each of them mean something?
Basically,
Is that one me?
well, the last one, I guess so. Well, yeah, they mean
What's that one?
something. That's
Oh yes. What are the names?
I don't think they
What are the names of the teams actually? Because I don't believe it's just color names. Also, hello, my name is Brown.
Good to meet you. Avi Abaddon. But if you look over there from left to right, it's Aqua, Ignis, Lumen, Terra, Umbra, and Ventus. All respectively. They are the elements that we are able to wield through magic.
Go backwards. I think there's a
Oh, right.
So we are being divided by our magic types.
Wait.
I don't think that's what that means.
What do we wield?
I'm going to stand in the
Oh.
weapons.
You could try.
If we're not.
It's just more so a quick
I don't think blue magic is the thing.
how far you
Get it, we wield weapons.
Do I have red magic? In my fire?
You can probably be a red mage.
Ooh, I like red.
Put that away.
But like, I guess you'd have to be in the red team for that.
I'm very, very tall.
Well, I don't know. I talked to one of them, and they said apparently those who they don't see anymore are dead to them, and I think they kill people they don't know, so I'm a little worried about them.
What?
How are you?
Mentioned how one of the people in that team, the captain, their best friend's dead apparently, so I don't know if they're really that, maybe they're not that safe.
Dead.
That's a pretty big.
Apparently, I don't know.
Then proceeded to continue on with your sentence, not
longbow.
any time to answer them.
Oh.
Goodness.
I'm doing great. Thank you for letting me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wait and see. I gotta decide on my favorite color.
Yes, I feel
Which is?
tall. So
What was that? You're whispering.
Depends how I'm feeling.
You can decide. Oh, it's kind of just a decide on the spot kind of thing.
The name is Geller, but the clear eyes far more. It's wonderful to meet you.
I don't like to keep to one favorite color. It's boring after a while.
Well, if we're going on favorite colors, I guess I'd either be on
So you're in a
Lumen
Catch up with you guys
or
next time.
the green one, Terra.
Oh. Oh damn. Which one's Lumen?
The yellow one behind the pole. I don't know if you can see it from where you stand.
Oh, you fit in because your hair is kind of yellow looking. So like you don't have to dye your hair or anything.
Well, I mean, your hair's yellow as well. Blonde.
Just Suku? Okay. How long's this match?
Okay. No, I was told
If I ask, I'm not sure. Are you
There was
sort
of with an A.
something else? I can't tell.
Aqua. There's the red one.
Okay.
God.
You might want to repeat that. I can't.
Iggy.
I'm not actually talking, I'm just thinking.
Just waving his hand.
Then that one.
I'm Solus.
You just say it was
I want to hear.
Yes.
The green one.
I'm Zuku, but I was gonna ask, are you
Which layer?
Green.
sorry?
Which layer?
Team Gallop, right?
Team Geller.
It's a bit full of people here, so I
Then
can't
there's the
remember.
purple.
Also, hi.
Hi. Oh,
Then there's the purple one.
NGO.
Are you from, Sir Suku?
Where? I'm
Team
just
Umbrella.
from Favira.
Oh, Umbrella.
Sorry, what's her name?
Then,
Angel. It's a weird name.
Really? I swear.
Team Ven.
Okay, then might just be my imagination. That's...
You mean like which city?
Is it the white one?
Yeah, I thought that, but well, I honestly thought I always had like a nose for that, but I might just be completely wrong. Completely rude right
Guess so.
I'm sorry.
Stella more commonly means stars.
3 more. Okay, 4 more.
I guess every.
Did you guys kill
Yeah, nothing's right all the time. I don't know if there's a saying for that.
Yeah, I guess. Is it?
Kingsley.
Well,
Oh, maybe it's daytime now.
Is he taking this stand?
I'm never
I don't know. It's daytime.
In the daytime.
You can?
This guy's a liar. He don't listen.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I've looked at this.
From the sun that the stars are blotted out in the sky. They're technically still there.
That's a lot of big words I don't understand, and I don't think I want to listen to that. I don't know what that means.
Farmed for a living.
No, I was raised in an orphanage. I work with children for a living.
It's wonderful to meet you.
Galeb, nice to meet you. Tell Karas Fairmorn and know of it.
It's cool.
That's a strong
Wonderful
handshake
to
you've
meet
got.
you, Tao. No, thank you.
I thought it was in the ground, is it?
Wonderful handshake.
You've definitely got strength.
Standing around.
I'm getting more nervous the more we stand here.
Going. Down the line.
Really?
Probably, introduce from.
Actually, to stand in the line. Just
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're in line. Oh, I'm Sol. Nice to meet you. If I smell of cat sick, I don't think I do, but I did have a cat throw up on me on the boat. So you know, if I smell that,
It's called a Madari.
Technically lean on your shield, right?
Only the smell of the sea here.
That's good.
Soul of the Gold Medallion.
I'm very afraid that if we try and like be at ease and just like just be a little bit more, that somebody will come up and
That weapon of yours, it's a sword.
Smack us in the back of the head.
Oh yeah, what was it? The old man said it was something specific. It's a rapier. That's it. Yeah, the old man says a rapier. It's kind of like a sword, but like extra pointy. So you stab people with it. It's a slashy.
That's so much.
That's what he taught me to use.
I see one teacher.
I was taught by some good old. Well, pretty good with it. You know, I was taught by my old man, and he was an ex-soldier back in his day, so, you know, I've got military training in the whole stabby department.
Why not know it's just somebody who's kind of good with the weapon?
Training in the whole
I mean, if somebody's kind of good with a weapon, they might as well hit you than somebody
He
else.
was an old soldier or something, so he told me how to stab things good and taught me magic.
I like the design of his bow.
Magic. You know magic.
I can shoot fireballs and stuff, but I was told I probably shouldn't do that because I did it on the boat and I got shot at that.
We were on a
Yes.
And this is a wooden floor.
There wasn't really an issue.
That wouldn't matter for you. You're right.
wooden boat.
I mean, I am pretty sure that I would die if I get hit with an axe.
Right.
I mean, that's
Continuing on.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Telkaras Fairmore and Team Newman.
I am Angel, or a weird name, but here's what it is.
Gale, not Gale, not to be confused with Gale. We have a Dragonkin, Blue Dragonkin. Gale, not to be confused with Bishop.
Just Angel. Just I don't think there's a short for it.
And
Gale?
Angelo.
Maybe they did say your name.
Because I call him Gal, not Saul Gallop. I call him Gal because it's nice and short. So we got a Gal, a Jill, and a Gil, did you say?
Yes, the blue.
I guess my name's mistaken.
One with the
Blue dragon?
Because this is the normal size.
I should just get a new name at this point.
Thea, right?
Yeah. It's kind of, you know, the further away you are, the better. Just not really, but.
Yes. I've seen that logic a few times. It seems.
I'm having a headache.
You know, as long as you're the further one away, you're not getting stabbed.
Headache at the moment.
It's still a good call.
Right, and you.
My head actually hurts.
Sorry.
He's thrusting.
Oh no, we do it for me.
Are those decorations or?
Those are my ears.
What is a birdkin demon? I look that up.
Okay. You have wing ears. And
Yeah, is that strange?
Can you make them work like a windmill so you can kind of like blow them with wind and they walk to you so you don't have to walk?
I was listening to that conversation and then so.
Why would I be defective like this? I mean, see, Dragon King came in more than one form.
Oh yeah, like is there some like...
I mean, if that would give more strength, then yes, but
None
some
of the
actually
vision
would
they are all.
enough blood to get better effects. But no, I'm not a Dragon King.
Alternative items.
I am Soulstrom. I'm a Demon King.
Joins to
demon.
movements. You're not understanding a word I'm saying, are you?
Not me, actually.
It's like magic.
You looks like a. You look like a.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
I am what you could consider a defect demon king, if that is a better description of you, because I have not had my. I am not defects.
Teachers. Do you reckon any of them teach you how to read?
Not fully grown. That would be.
Well, I'd suppose so.
Stages.
They'll find an exception.
And I have not earned my late
child, so
It's what they teach people.
Oh yeah,
That's not.
young adults.
I imagine with them all stood up there, we'll be starting soon.
Adult
I'm not a child.
so you're going to grow up into an adult.
So we have Caldwell,
I'll read for you, buddy.
Mordred. Okay.
Bellicose is there.
I'm not from the.
Malik, Chancellor Malik. I don't know your name.
I mean, if you two need something lower down because you're a big lad, I'll get it. If something falls under the table for you, I'll get it for you.
Okay, so the features of bird.
Combination does not check, but
Feathers, claws,
they're not on the fucking
we are the
wiki.
only demons who wish to reach for the skies. That's why we have it.
Unless she's not
You keep that up. So.
What was your name? We didn't actually introduce each other.
Sorry. Yeah. Telkora. Fairmorn. Woman.
I get to see the bug.
Pleasure.
The little one.
The what?
The one with the funny mustache on his face.
I wouldn't make fun of the professors.
It's good, isn't it?
Those Vikings.
Oh, I'm not making fun of them. I'm saying it's cool.
Said it was funny.
I don't mean it's not a bad thing.
I really mean it. It's funny. I just kind of meant it was more cool.
I might have to not full body this.
Oh, they're gonna say something big probably.
Don't tell me that was that bad.
That is not.
It wasn't that bad, don't worry.
No. Because that was the assemble bell. Should we stand in the line?
Should we sell ourselves? Huh? It's.
Should we
Just.
Yeah,
Come forward just a step.
Okay, you're right.
Make sure we're straight. I don't want to, like, be sloppy.
You can go ahead up in front.
Yes, well, I need to possibly look down, because, oh, my world is giving me a headache.
Hello, students. Welcome to all of our new students. It is a pleasure seeing you all here, finally. I hope the ride here treated you fairly. I will be having, before anything is done, the current and new staff introduce themselves to you all. Let us start with you all, old staff.
So much louder than the bell.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Mordred Clarence. I will be teaching linguistics to everyone. And I hope we all get along.
Solaces. Straight.
Well,
Seasickness. It's seasickness.
I'll introduce myself later.
It's okay. I guess it will be for me then. I'll take your spot. Hello, can everyone hear me? It's good to see all of you back here. It's been quite a long time, and I'm glad to see all familiar and new faces. Hopefully, I'm not being a bit too loud. The name is Professor Brock Brandybuck Bombadil, alchemist extraordinaire and your potions professor. It's nice to meet all of you
I love
again,
him.
both old and new students.
Old man.
Hello, students, one and all.
Try to keep quiet.
My name is Kyla Abedin. I will be teaching Aether Tech. I expect to see each and every one of you there, and to impress me with your skills and your abilities. I want to see every single one of you succeed. We shall do something glorious at Rosewood. I expect to see you all there.
Yes, I am.
First, is everyone able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I am Actors Caldwell, and I will be a magic professor. I'll be going over basic magic and elemental spells. Anything advanced or esoteric will remain with Professor Bellicosa.
Greetings, students. My name is Octavian Van Decimus, and I will be your combat professor against Rift Beasts. I do not care what your name is, I do not care what reason you are coming here for, except to kill them. That is all.
I like him.
Hello, students. I'm quite excited to see you all. I am Professor Skyas. I shall be your professor of crafting. From what I've already seen here, you are much in need of some expertise in this area. I am already disappointed. Hopefully, by the time the year is out, I shall no longer be disappointed. Please ensure that you keep this in mind. Thank you.
Students, hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Again.
Squid game.
Not anymore. We're not hearing you.
The flux is very strong today, it seems.
Indeed.
Professor Takia, I believe you're having some trouble.
Get there.
Oh, he's flexing hard.
Professor Takia.
Hi, Takaluya. And I do this stealth in an assassination class. Last time we were...
Get out. He got out.
Stage fright is quite...
Wow. He's a little bit of stealth.
Seems like his voice is slower than his body.
Let's have another wonderful year.
You were able to throw his voice.
Maybe it's a stealth skill. Hey, maybe that's one of the stealth skills.
I've heard of the throw voice skill.
Hello, students. My name is Malik, and for the foreseeable future, I will be your chancellor. I will be in charge of the day-to-day goings-on here at the academy. Now, I do have extensive experience in the management of similar
Watchiness.
activities, though admittedly not one with so many varying individuals, or one with such lofty goals. So, let's start your announcements proper. There will be several divisions that are opening up for students. Our chemical division will be run by our Professor Bombadil, and the diplomatic division will be... Yes, he's the little one with the mustache. Our diplomatic division will be run by Professor Octavian Decimus. Sorry. Crafting division will be headed
Democratic.
by Professor Skyet, and Aether Tech Research and Development will be staffed by Professor Oberdeen. Farming and hunting will be run by Professor Moderate and Bellicosa, respectfully. And Muscle Division, which includes forestry and mining, will be headed by Professor Actress. I personally will be heading Medical Division. If you have any questions about this, feel free to bother any of us at some other time. You may have seen the boards out front. Simply choose which divisions you want to be into. You have at least 3 days to decide on at least one, 2 at most, although at least one is mandatory.
Another thing you need to know about is that there will be investors arriving in a few days from Kenvale. And I expect you to all to be on your best behavior. You are not to embarrass this institution. You are not to use any occult magic while the investor is on the premises. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Yes, sir.
Hammered.
So, I wish to briefly speak to you about expectations. I do not expect you to be perfect, but I will expect you to learn from your failures. I do not expect all of you to be leaders, but I expect the rest of you to follow orders. I do not expect you all to be warriors, but I will take it as a personal insult from any one of you who drags down your squad. And I expect you to follow the rules. You will be punctual. When the sun is up, I expect you to be in full uniform. I expect the unsorted to sleep in your bunks in the warehouse until such a time as you are fully inducted into a team. When the bell rings for announcements, I expect you to be here in 60 seconds. When an event bell rings, I expect you to be at the meeting point in 60 seconds. We will not wait for you, and those who are tardy will begin losing privileges. I see having unbroken legs as a privilege. Now, I cannot assume to know any of your reasons for being here. Perhaps it was free tuition. Perhaps you had nowhere else to go, and the school represents 3 squares in the roof. Perhaps you are on a quest for vengeance. Maybe you lust for power and strength to achieve your own goals. Maybe you truly do believe that this academy can stop the end of the world. Maybe you want to be a hero. I don't know. What I do know is that while you are here, you will train, and you will fight, and you will kill, and perhaps even die. Under the tutelage of the men and women before you, you will become killers. Instruments of violence, wielding the elements against our enemies. You will struggle. You will suffer. And perhaps you may have the strength to prevail. Perhaps you won't. We have decided to battle a faceless enemy. The very self-destruction of Asteria itself. A seemingly impossible task. The world outside of these walls are divided. The leaders of the world, even now at the end of times, grasp at power like sand through their
Take my eye.
blind to the approaching storm. It is we who will face the storm unflinching. Where the world is divided, here we are united. The end has come, and we are not afraid. All new students are to report to the training field in 15 minutes. There will be a bell and you will be there. If you have weapons, bring them. All team captains are to follow me for a quick meeting. You are dismissed.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Roger.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I guess questions later.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, questions later, I guess.
You cannot help with that, man.
Well, training right away, huh?
What's what?
Yeah, time to go,
I also
find them.
Where are the where are the training field located, sir?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had countless of students here to bother with your problem.
Sorry, sir.
Hello.
You take it with us.
Thank you.
Large training from there.
Yeah, well, people around.
Team captains with me.
The training grounds are straight out the building. You can't miss it.
Nice to meet you.
Straight,
Okay.
straight out.
What is your name?
My eyes twitching. I'm so tired.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm curious, do you
Also,
I got told that the training builders
I guess I'll head straight there soon.
Amari.
Oh, you're so cool. Fran's so cool. I don't know your name.
I have a big hat.
Was I can help find your way to the training grounds.
Well, yes, I get what you're saying. I'm not gonna go right in their face and say so.
Guess we're going straight to training.
Rather stick.
Don't flex first. Oh my god, everything is okay. I'll actually not take off my arm.
Bit of a headache, I see.
Where's everybody going?
One hand is fine. Oh, captains are going that way. Yep, to the training grounds.
Training grounds are
I
good.
hope I see them again.
Do you think you won't?
You're all new, aren't you?
There's always a chance whenever somebody goes with someone else. They just sometimes.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh.
Watch yourself.
Okay. Alright, well, I suppose jumping over the...
Does anyone know if armor would be required for training?
I mean, I guess everything that we have in that we use in combat would be required for this.
It normally would depend on what we're doing.
Well, I'm gonna
Would it be
show
cool if we
some of
walked?
the other ones
Thank
how
you.
to get there by walking. If you want me to show you how to walk over there.
I believe he's head straight down, which can't miss it.
I'd rather walk there than try
do you
those
think you could
teleports
show
again,
them
in all
if you're going
honesty.
to walk?
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I know. Follow me.
You throw up like three.
Have a good day, Lafron. Thank you for taking us this far.
Oh God, it's killing me.
Wait a minute. You're on the top.
Sorry.
Look at you, Gal. You're on the top. You're the best student. You're the number one.
So is this for... This guy's to pick?
I can't reach mine.
Do you want me to... Here.
They actually cross it.
No, I got it.
It's okay.
I got it. I got it.
Don't wanna... Just the group.
Thank you for that. That's a very common.
Oh no, I don't know. Gallup gave a cool clan name. I felt self-conscious about it. Like, does that? Maybe I have a cool clan name. Maybe I just don't know it.
It's okay. You don't.
I
need
thought it
It's
sounded
a
cool.
training area.
Training area.
Okay, so they're going to be in the. Oh, fucking.
Is that the training area?
I know.
Sorry, I had a migraine for
It's straight down, you can't miss it.
I've been having those all day.
I know, right? It's crazy.
You're so crazy.
That's straight down though.
Also, hi everyone. My name's Lyra.
Oh, hello, small blue person.
Hi,
My name is Gellum.
Hello, Lara?
Is it? What
I'm
is
Solus. Hi.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Alright,
This
this
is
is a training area. I don't know which part they want you to be in. It's either this one or that part. But this is it.
Ah, boy.
Right.
It's like.
I prefer walking over getting a teleport anyway. You know I still kind of get sick when I use that sometimes.
I just fucking deal with
Yes,
it.
we. Where do we stand?
That's it.
I mean, he just said to be here, right?
I guess. We just kind of stand around and wait.
I guess we stand ready.
He gave us 15 minutes, so...
We do have 15 minutes. Sorry. I'm not gonna risk walking off and getting lost.
Any of you know
So
how
I
to use
just
a bow
stay
and
inside the
arrow?
fence and you'll be fine.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, like, you know,
I just.
anywhere else.
I know Rom does. He carries this all the time.
Oh, headache. Oh God.
Hello. Did you use the teleporter?
No, I ran.
Do 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 do.
Same.
Wise choice, yeah.
It is very sickening.
It is somewhat. I just hit my bed.
Get used to it, so. Great. Fun.
Yeah, I'll stick with walking for now.
I know, it's very much
Oh.
a lot of fun.
Plus with walking, you get the exercise.
Talia, I'm so
true. Exactly. Huh?
This is what you've been going through for 3 months, and I apologize.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Here's a green person and a blue person.
I believe those are
Take their place.
Terra and Aqua, like they said.
Not really. Oh yeah,
The teams have names.
The Gallup team.
The what?
Team Gallup, yeah. The Gallup team, you know, the green ones. Team Gallup.
Team Gallup.
That also a bit racist?
Yeah. Well, no, because he's got a whole team on him, 'cause he's cool. You didn't see his name. His name was on top of the board thing earlier. I noticed the Gel bit, so I assumed it's him anyway. He's like the #1 student here. He's on the very top.
I was on the very top. I can only assume that means I'm the best.
Nice to meet you. I'm assuming it was Gal's name anyway. I saw Gal and I kind of assumed the rest of it was yours. I didn't read the rest. But...
Talia.
You're right.
Pleasure to meet you, Talia. Welcome to Rosewood. I just... Yes, Gil. Actually, Gillikin, but Gil for short.
Someone say my name?
That's literally what I was saying.
Yeah, someone say Gal?
Is your name Gil?
See?
They call me Gal. Wait, what's your name?
Gil.
Who's Gale?
My name's Gillikin.
No one calls
My
you
friends
Gal.
call me Gil.
Literally, no one calls you. No one.
I call him Gal.
I call him Ed. My headset's on so wrong.
I got pushed into
Team viewer menu.
Nice to meet you, Gal. My name is Gil.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know if it's...
Full name's
Full name's Gillikin. Clan Crest.
This is going to be a nightmare.
Yes. So you're also from Droza?
I don't know.
Yes, I'm from
Droza.
I think it's very rude to
we have
define
another.
them by their skin color.
Gellingale. I look forward to working with you guys.
Same to you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
Oh, I'm Solus of the Orphanage Clan. It's nice to meet you.
Solus of the Orphanage Clan. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Are you also from Droza? I'm just from an orphanage.
No, he's from an orphanage.
Yeah, I want that.
It's a different thing.
Listen, but they've all got clan names. I don't know.
You sound like an idiot. You sound like an idiot.
Respectful.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Gil.
Wear sunglasses at night time. All right.
Round Priscillian.
How do you even see?
It's day.
You're the first one to...
But when it's nighttime, I've seen you walk around with them on sometimes.
It's a very fancy sounding name. It's very pretty as well.
Now my eye hurts. It's going swimmingly.
Yes, it was
Would you believe I had so many issues getting into VR today?
Thank you.
I have not had to jump once.
Were you the one that was supposed to be part of see how those work, or was that...
I don't believe Gallup really have much divisions anymore.
Double check that my shit working.
The similar name. I'm Gil, he's Gil. But in any case, I did. Like I was
So, this might be confusing.
Yes, I'm from the
It was a lot more difficult last year because we had Kai, Kai.
More than Vivira as well. Oh!
Where are you from?
I'm also from Droza. Yes, it was very confusing.
Yeah, Droza.
What happened to Kai and Kai? Oh, I lost my hand, I'm sorry.
What?
You don't also happen to be from Droza, do you?
How did you do that?
No.
That was a,
Okay, good. I got worried this was a Droza only like school and I got in by accident.
I'm from Vivira.
I think you're dying. Is it
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely. It's fine.
There's something in my mind.
I've never been there before. Is it cool there?
I mean,
Rosewood, I look forward to meeting.
from what I saw, it's peaceful. I mean, there's lots of cool people there. But at the same time, that's where my demon city comes from, so... Oh.
Could be from somewhere, I guess.
Oh, the three big lads, that's terrifying.
Nice armor. How did you get dressed so fast?
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, it's Kingsley.
The shield thing dressed in 10.
The shield thing?
Well, it's very suiting.
Actually, whose is bigger? I'm kind of curious.
Whose what is
And
bigger?
you?
Nice
Hello.
to meet you. My name's Gil.
I am Angel. I had to say it clearly because people get the name wrong. Yeah.
Angel, it's nice to meet you, Angel. Welcome to Rosewood.
Nice to meet you too. It's nice to finally be here after 3 months.
Yes, we both tried these. Tried something.
Well,
Hopefully you found something to make the time go by a little faster.
We had the, well, we didn't have the Madari. They entertained us some. He got thrown up on. It was quite funny.
You're thrown up on.
It was quite funny. But, you know, the Madari do what they're told, so it was all good at the end of the day.
Bash people with shields over and over again, like you
Oh, seasickness gets everyone, I suppose.
Suppose so.
I'm still not entirely used to standing on a moving ship.
Most of the time I'm just defending it.
It's very disorienting.
I prefer to do so.
Shield very hard.
Excuse me,
I
Kingsley?
also prefer to use my legs.
Yeah.
I just had a quick question about your shield. Is it ether tech? Or... Big!
Has Kingsley lost the accent?
It's wood.
It's
Hello there, miss.
Let's go.
thick, I guess.
Answer the question.
Name's Gil, and nice to meet you. Welcome to Rosewood.
My name is Anira.
I don't know.
Very nice to meet
Oh,
you.
I know what an ether tech is, so I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing random things. Is it the blue stuff in the middle? The,
That is an impressive weapon.
The portable water thing, right?
I believe Aethertech is very hard to clean versus like machinery.
Wow.
It's a little big.
Well, yeah, like in between the shield, it goes like wow and stuff. You know?
Very-
It's like it like spans out.
What's the word? It's like shiny, but
Just appreciating
more impressive than shiny.
Okay.
Elegant?
Flashy?
Elegant would be a word,
Oh,
yes.
flashy.
It is Elven.
What's your name?
Put it away for now, though.
So when we hitting things?
I mean, we've not been told we're hitting things. We've just been told we're coming to the training area. I mean,
We're dying for a second.
I mean, he said bring your weapons. I'm assuming we want to hit
oh,
things.
Nothing I thought.
hey, it could just be a check.
Expected.
Maybe.
Nora, what have you done to the
There's
man?
the teacher.
What have you done to him?
My staff has been...
Okay, we made it here in
I'm sorry.
So it was
Here, I
it was
think it has
so
a beautiful scenery.
mesmerizing.
Well, I think I blinded him. I think it's maybe like
Wow,
a
the
shine
sky
from
is
the
very
sun
pretty
hits
in
me
that
across,
direction.
You know, right in his eyes.
Yeah, the sun's up there, you know.
I'm sure so.
Very flashy.
I love how smooth it is in that direction.
Polish it, so...
As opposed to the other direction.
It's good to take care of your weapons. Nice to meet you.
I could put like 30 picture frames up there.
Right.
Oh, right. Yes.
I mean, we are new. I guess it's to see how we.
I mean, kind of like
Huh?
I don't really.
I have like got a
really do
bow and
Oh, there's no problem. Well, welcome to Rosewood.
I've not really
Have you here?
in the 3 months we were on that boat, I didn't really brush up on my bear training. I had the odd, you know, jab every now and then, but
That is an impressive shield.
You don't got as much
That's why this
it'll be fine. We'll live.
You even challenge the front.
We did the kill us on the first day. It seems a bit much.
It is a military academy against what's plaguing the entire world.
Wonderful to meet
and
you.
then it's just a shield, so...
Guess, but kill us on the first game is like a bit much. I'm sure we'll live through this, whatever it is. And we can work as a team. I'm
Well-
assuming, probably.
This might be like placements. We might be booted out if we don't perform to our best.
By the way, we're a Team Aqua, and we're actually looking for a
Well, on the flip side, if you don't do your best and you don't get in, at least you're safe, I guess. You know, you get to go home. It might not be the greatest thing for some of us, but you don't get hurt.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of got a whole orphanage of kids depending on me to get this done, so I'd rather not get sent home, but I don't know.
Oh.
Bright side of
It's
things.
what it is. Oh, he's quick.
Just don't panic and remember any training you've done. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Guess so.
The dragon king with the white horns in the red uniform. He only uses shields. He's a very nice man. But he only ever uses shields. He's a formidable opponent.
Since my time here, but
so he focuses on defense.
My toes are now on the ground.
Oh no, he is a formidable opponent, even though he focuses mainly on defense.
The cannons.
Why was your first word cannon? And then you went to training.
Everyone's introducing themselves.
Cannon.
Know each other. Why are we
Like a hand cannon or like a cannon cannon?
Careful of the weapon. I am kneeling down. Oh, not kneeling down, squatting down.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
Plug a cannon around in combat.
Kind of swinging it about.
It's hard to hit things.
Whatever happens, happens.
Any of those balls on this?
Oh, with an arrow, maybe?
It actually hurt my feet more than when I was standing.
You think they'll be mad if you did it right now?
It was nice meeting you too, but I'm gonna head over to my.
I mean, we all
Maybe.
Would make sense.
I want to
train.
find out. Oh, somebody's
About how long it would be.
Don't worry, I just saw somebody raising up in higher status of ascension.
Right, but no, there isn't any trigger mechanism.
It's all big words. What's that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Going up.
Hello, my name is Jedi Solomon. What is your name? Lethariel, wonderful to meet you, Lethariel.
Yes.
I see you're on Team Water, the water one. Aqua, that's what it's called.
Yes. A good team. I would recommend.
Oh.
That's a big book.
I didn't know. Wait.
I'm Sol. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's now.
I was.
There was a dust explosion behind
Something.
Oh, I missed it.
Is your name?
Yes, you missed it. I am Angel.
That was an explosion.
Wait,
A
do it
pleasure to
again.
meet you, Angel. Yes.
Are you gonna do another one? Yeah, do it again.
It might be the people who.
Do the explosion again, I didn't see.
What are you talking about?
Who did it?
I'm going to stand up again.
Apparently, I don't know. Who did the explosion? I want to see it.
I'd probably not ask to do that again in case someone breathes it in.
So, if they do it, I can see it.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, yeah, we can. If we stand here, then we can see. Was it over the wall, or was it like in this area? Like where was it?
Well, it likely came from over there somewhere.
All right, you gotta keep an eye over there. All right, got it. You gotta keep an eye on there.
Stand very still and don't get him wandering.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right in the.
Oh. I didn't hear nothing.
I thought that was it.
Actually, it has to look in that direction.
What nice targets, huh?
Hmm. Very well made. Very nice looking.
Up, Megan.
If I could get all of the unsorted students to come here on the right.
Please line up.
Oh no.
A single file?
I mean.
Or around the. Okay, around. There you go. I'll stand next to you. Oh, sorry. Oh, single file.
Single file.
So, would that be next to you on your right?
Just line up.
Gotcha.
Just line up.
Yes, sir.
Line up, no.
Got a bit of a headache, sorry.
Alright, so.
Does hurt to look in that direction, holy shit.
It will be up to you to show off your abilities.
Oh lord.
To show what you're worth. You are trying to be scouted into a team. So, show
Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I believe we can start with the man in the armor. Can you please come up?
Left to right? Is that right to left? Left to right to him.
What is your name?
Cadet Vol-Eintil.
Vol-Eintil. Alright, what are your skills? Why should you be chosen for a team?
I'm a bit of a marksman. However, I do not currently have a way to show that off.
I see you have a sword, though?
It is...
Sure.
I see. Are you skilled with it?
Enough. Probably the basics.
Well, then show us your basics. Let's see. Captain. Please enter the ring and...
Up against Suku.
First the 2 hits.
Saul. My leg's gonna be a bit wonk.
Magic, no lethal blows. Start.
On the offensive. Very slow approach. Oh, Val is on the defensive.
No lethal blows.
I guess if the tips...
Hunter.
Fair point.
So we do have to beat up the captains. I was wondering if this was the case.
I don't think it will be the case. I think it's random selection.
I hope I don't have to. I'm not very skilled like that.
Alright. You please.
Go next.
Who are you?
Next black.
Nick's Black.
I am mostly ranged archer. Of course, I do need to tie up my bowstrings. I got a little damaged on the ride here, so I cannot fully show off my shooting, but
That improved my frame.
some basics in alchemy as well, and I have some basic first aid knowledge.
Alchemy and first aid. Always good tools to have. Alright, since your bow's broken.
I'm very worried of my tracking.
Next, please.
Oh. Sended.
Alright, who are you and why should you be chosen for a team?
I do.
Emma, I kill things and I build things. Easy.
You kill things and you build things. Ah, yes, I remember. You are the one that skinned the Rift Beast.
Yes?
That is what you said on the boat, isn't it?
She doesn't like talking about it.
Well, I would like to see these skills in
Well, that
person.
comes with a certain,
Please enter the ring. If you could go grab your weapon of
personally,
choice.
since we're all variety skills. But I'd say, skill-wise, out of what I know, Bellicosa would probably be
First to
the most talented.
This will be interesting.
They melt.
She has a high amount of magical power. Her destructive ability.
No, you see, she skinned it.
Not whispering.
Would probably be
So that way we're
powerful than it, and
that's a good point.
being a
Is it being nearer with beasts just in general like a dangerous thing?
powerful physical attribution to her body, so she would probably be tough to take down. Something similar to a beast going light.
No magic, no lethal strikes.
Oh shit, okay.
But that's my only opinion. Out of everyone, really, she would probably be the hardest to kill. Though, Kestal would also give you a run for your money. The headmistress herself is also competent in stealth arts like myself, and she has years of experience to match. So, your question gets a little bit difficult. It's more about potential versus preparation, I guess, would be the argument.
Don't stop.
It would appear that there were
How's it spinning like that?
beast folk here among the students. Do you find them to be superior or inferior?
The person's just a person. Simply put, it's what you do with your potential, if anything. I don't think they're superior or inferior.
And him with the scooty woody.
Ability is the most important factor, no?
Tripped him up.
Why do I feel like this is a bad match? Oh my heart.
It's alright.
Well, this is
Then again,
basic, I guess.
conversation.
I guess.
Why should you be chosen to go on the squad?
Simply Davis.
What are your views about it?
Not sure.
Not sure.
We'll see what they think in a moment.
Interesting.
If I had a good one, I'd give it.
Believe.
You
We should be able to find out
What?
over the course of this year.
Show don't tell.
Captain Kai.
Oh, they're all the captains.
Devil.
We are actually fighting the captains, huh?
Told you.
Oh dear.
Good luck.
Same rules.
Captains of
No
it.
hits,
Yeah, I think I'll
no
just
lethal strikes, no
That's the two. It sounds big.
Let's hope I'm allowed.
start.
Let me pass each other. Come on. Stand still.
Ow!
Your assessment, Professor.
He's diamond in the rough.
Oh.
Sure, he's quick. He can adapt on the fly, but competency under stress is still questionable.
Use a second sky, don't freeze.
But I believe that any resource
I'll have to see who's on the offensive first this time.
potent with a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of hard work, and just a sprinkle of luck.
His placement sounds right. Soul has doubted me.
All right, Mr. Luca, I believe it was.
Yes, sir.
I've seen you training with that sword.
Yes, sir.
This one,
What do
we may
you
want to keep
bring
an eye on.
to Rosewood?
Yes. He appears to
Well,
at least have
I've been
another.
training with my sword for about 9 years, and I've been moderately successful, sir. And also, I can do lightning magic a little bit, sir.
Manners are
Lightning
alright.
magic.
But
We have
what's
our
the
first
potential?
mage.
The potential that's within.
Please. Let me see your spot.
Yes, sir.
And
It's
air essential.
Give me a minute.
Oh.
Sir.
Interesting. And you said you were decent with the blade?
Yes, sir.
Well, I think we should make this interesting. Who else here thinks they're good with a blade? A melee combatant.
Not a big.
I think I'm alright.
I'll let the other one with the blade take it.
Good luck.
I think that's more interesting.
Alright, now. What do you bring to the school?
This sword, fire magic, and a lot of energy.
Alright, can I see your magic?
Excuse me, professors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh no.
We're on the boat this time, it'll be fine, don't worry.
Race anyway.
Wait, you used it on the boat.
Shoot it off as well, or should I just keep it in hand?
Never mind. Never mind.
God
never mind.
forbid.
You just targets.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, just about.
Don't hit anyone.
I think I got your name.
Let's hope not.
I could not, wasn't that bad.
No, alright. We can work on naming it.
Not too bad. Yeah, I'm not great at anything.
What?
Just imagine if you
I
were
want to see it from the next
Hi.
part.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got a little cut up before, but it's good to meet you.
Doesn't fire and lightning explode if you combine it?
Oh, the boat ride was at least.
I don't want to see that.
Looks like you use a thrusting weapon.
That could be very bad.
I hope it happens over there.
That'd be really cool.
What is happening to my frames?
That's fire and
Apparently
ice
so.
due to the
Gives me
temperature
options.
difference.
Well, let's see how these two do.
Smooth that is.
The longsword should have the advantage, but the rapier has ways to sharpen through that defense.
Harry it, Solus. Harry it.
That's like it's the heat more than the cold version.
I'm trying to be, I don't want to hurt their potential by literally saying who's going to win the outcome.
That's really good.
Shoot my leg.
This is making me even more nervous.
Understandable.
I hope I don't fight.
Alright, we can call it there.
Hope I didn't fight at all,
Yeah.
actually.
You're pretty good.
I think I have
You
to.
might have to, though.
Figure it yourself.
Yeah, I know I do, but I'm very good at it, so.
Oh shit, my hands.
Thank you. No.
So,
I mean, you got that mace on your hip. I'd be happy to see it.
No,
Like
I
to fight?
Excuse me.
Sure.
Good.
I like this conversation. Both of you, come with me.
No. Oh god, why? I'm a...
At the rate of which this is going, you and I may be paired together.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This
Oh,
could be
no.
interesting.
A little bit.
Tell me.
I
see
No
you
offense,
I
but
don't
you'll
know,
flatten me.
hit you in the face with my. I know I will be as gentle as I can.
That's better.
Would you also, if we are paired together, would you like to face away from the crowd?
Oh, question. Was me shouting the spell name a bit much? The old man told me that it like.
I understand.
That's right though. We could just. Yeah, just do it that way so neither of us are looking at the crowd.
Sorry for your incantation.
My rate of nervousness was a number, it'd be 11.
Thank you.
Like, that man knows a very intimidating
Make that the same number for me.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous. My legs feel like jelly, and I don't want to fall over.
It helps with the spell. I get more
11 frights per squabble. FPS for short.
Mm-hmm. I'm having a very time. Okay, I'm looking this way.
Excuse me.
What a wall, huh?
Oh, thank you anyway.
I know,
Does
right?
feel a lot better after you tightened it.
Oh.
Does it hurt that much when you look that way?
On a scale of 1 to 10, an 11.
Headache.
Sorry. Is your leg okay?
I just stepped on a rock out there.
It's a good thing I have my flash protectors on.
I tightened up his
Yeah.
Oh, glad you do.
That's
a little more support. I think it might have came loose.
And what of you? What do you bring to this?
I might have been.
Any sort of non-magical combat I am quite proficient in, sir.
Well, I guess I was just being a bit dramatic.
I keep a
We'll have a
spear,
rematch, okay?
tonfas, and a dagger on me. Those are what I'm most
Sounds good to me.
proficient in.
Your guys' fight
Hand me a weapon and I can learn.
Was me saying the spell name a bit much? The old man always said I should like yell the spell name to look cool, but I don't know if it was a bit much.
I'm pretty sure that's required
I liked it to cast the spells.
There will be many times you will be
Do you have it as a gift?
About yelling it.
You will be asked to do
Oh,
things.
nah, well, you have to say it, but he suggested I should
in
like
your
yell
field
it
of
with full
expertise.
bite and everything, and that's kind of.
Yeah.
As you said,
If
sir.
you want to be
Clearly
identified as the
required.
person who just threw a fireball
I figured
into
I'd
the group of
say
enemies.
mine.
First
Yeah.
2 hits, nothing lethal. You may
You
begin.
should do that
It'd be better
every
to.
time.
Maybe not.
It's better to.
Alright, I will.
It's better to say it.
My chest is actually on, unironically.
No.
Wait, I don't have to yell mine out.
Don't
It just
listen to
happens.
him.
Is that not
Don't
normal?
rotate this way, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what you're doing.
To be honest, I'm more of a technology person.
Actually,
That's an idea, yeah. Stand sideways.
It's kind of pathetic on its own, but I can make it do this.
Yeah, that's what I did suggest. It looks that way.
Those two.
Share the agony.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
You may both return.
Yeah,
First, sir.
that's all I can do.
It's alright, okay.
Well, I mean, if someone gets
You take a beat just by being nervous.
I'm sorry.
I don't
sorry.
think, well,
You're around now.
unless you explain what you could do, whether you can't do hand-to-hand combat.
I've never fought in a group before, but I'll try and.
Explain that to them, man.
My spine bent in on itself. Is it anything metal?
Depends on.
Right.
Yeah, anything that's conductive, really.
Hello, my turn.
Half of my body.
To get you something to chew.
And you as well.
Welcome, Dead God.
Okay.
Oh, a chain.
Good luck.
Something I haven't thought of.
An enemy's armor activated.
Oh no.
Hello, Kingsley.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Probably not a lot of fun.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, we didn't see.
Oh, wait,
Usually they're wearing a gambit kind of thing.
All right.
It might be.
Yes, but
Give you a book.
What do you bring to this school?
I
think
really
I would
you're right.
really like
all of
you
my
to...
Just wish I could watch it.
stick up ass.
I'm so sorry.
You want to try?
If we spread out a bit more, the better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a joke. I wouldn't.
Let's hope we don't have to meet up for one big more time because it's gonna
Plus, I'm sure you punched me.
Oh,
I
it
don't
could
like
be
getting
like
hurt.
it could before.
With my shield and
I came off so clean.
a magic
I would ask you not need my medical profession for a second.
and I also have my hammer as well, so
Punched in the face.
yeah.
God, I wish I had less.
Good to know. All right.
Well,
So we're going to do a very quick spot.
I'm probably distracted from the
First
fights
2 hits.
long enough.
Don't use your
I
shield.
appreciate your help.
Notice a difference.
Don't use my shield.
I'm always happy to help.
I barely. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll use the
This one
blood
should
hand.
be interesting.
Off protocol is broken.
Orc versus Furbolg, right?
Here, I got one for you. Don't worry.
I'm up against.
Not what he is.
Up against Oriana.
I mean, I don't know for sure. He could just be some kind of really big.
I've not met one.
Giant kin, right?
He's so advanced. He's
Hold on, fuck.
You okay?
Hey, but I'm all right. No,
Yeah.
my head really hurts.
It would
Alright.
seem he still has some seasickness.
Fuck.
Okay, I
think
didn't
you
hit you
got
too
him
hard, did I? Oh no.
No, I'm fine. Alright. Now do it again.
Okay,
Do it again. I'm ready for
I'll hold
it.
back.
I'm ready for it now.
That's good.
The fact that he
That's
also
not good,
does it with
okay.
the giant shield on his back.
Alright, my turn.
Either I'm going up against one of the older students, or I'm up against Oriana.
Alright. And 5
Free
bears.
shoulder ready, start.
Big bears, they're like 10 times your size.
I really didn't suggest that, but alright.
Now I'm fine.
I mean, most things I can find one size.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Come Oh, that hammer.
He really is an idiot.
Maybe so.
Yes. I mean, it was quite clear, but it is, you know, it's right here. Why did he just let him do that? Because he's stupid. Understandable.
You're right. Yeah. You like it right? I am fine.
Disappointing.
I'm fine.
Alright, good.
Kingsley?
You get out of there.
Kingsley?
What do you bring to the school?
Shut up.
There's potential to be tapped, but I agree.
I'm thinking a lot worse.
Not sharp.
I used his gauntlets to make the
I'm
impact
having a
a bit
migraine,
more.
but other than that, I'm okay.
And if I had legs, that
I've taken a lot worse hits than that. You've been hit by a
I
king.
can heal.
Good fight.
be more worried about the
Ready
skill.
for your turn, Angel.
I fear him.
What?
I fear him with my life.
You ready for your turn?
Choice.
Oh, I'm sure you'll do great. Don't worry about it. Just show him how cool you are.
I think that blacksmith professor could make some.
Sir?
Non-combat.
I feel really comfortable. Great. I may have hurt you.
Tao, show
Oh,
them
no.
to your training.
Don't worry, I've been hit a lot worse than what you've done.
It was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I kind of fell asleep halfway through. Oh.
No,
Is that gauntlets or with gauntlets?
let's
It's
go with
really
that.
hot on the open seas.
It is.
I don't.
I mean, there's the wind.
When you
but-
hit yours.
Mm.
Alright. First the two hits.
I may
least we're
need
here
to
now.
pivot a bit.
Yeah, I think it'll be
That's
okay.
fine. You may pivot this
Do
way.
whatever you need to do. Please, show me something new.
Alright. And begin.
I've never seen this before.
Oh, I just meant.
I've seen people. Oh? Is he really good or something?
Throwing your
Come on.
really into it. Yeah. Right?
This is great fun.
Sorry, I forgot. Were you the one that
Morning.
lightning?
Yeah.
Afton. Come over to the right.
I think those are
Plus 3 unarmed.
please, very big.
Fair fight. Fair fight at the very least.
Literally pushes the guy with the sword in the face with a
Me arms ahead is from on a sweater already. Mom. Bomb ready.
What do you mean?
Bombs.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Oh, lightning magic?
Next.
What do they
I
mean?
guess so. That's the only kind of magic I've really been exposed to. Though.
Because you were laughing.
Coming here is the first time I've really seen any other kind of magic.
It's just fun.
Professor
Yeah.
Lin,
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Miss Anura, I believe.
Yes.
should they really be sitting after so little physical activity?
Alright. Tell me
You could say
why
that
you
again.
deserve to be chosen to be put on this squad.
I am another mage. I specialize in electricity magic.
Oh, her too.
Affinity for it, actually.
Electricity mage.
Yep.
I suppose Angel acts as a
Very
black
good.
mark against them for the other squads
You
to
know,
see.
hitting things, but I'm quite smart. I know some basics for alchemy too. So,
Alchemist and a mage.
Not a cut. I know
Alright.
it's a bit
I would like to see
stereotypical,
your
I know, but...
alchemy backstory.
Alright.
What do you think they make it out of?
Then we should head over to the target.
That's rough.
Some silver and gold were in there.
Please.
My legs are stealing me away. God gracious.
I don't. Yeah, I saw that.
Have a reticle. Please have a reticle.
I'm sure there aren't any teams that are entirely dedicated to alchemy that you'll be missing out on.
Oh, there's one mage.
Wish I could see something.
Oh, Oh, a bit high.
It's in season. Oh man.
I don't see it.
Hers is a lot better.
It's too low. They can't reach over the door.
World could hear that.
Picture. Yeah.
Oh man,
We've got practice.
that was
We'll
probably
get you
really
that
cool.
practice. That's all.
I got lost.
Quite impressive. I think if I'm looking straight at it, it won't let me see it.
Very good.
You have to look at where it hits.
Looks like you already have it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
All right.
What's your name?
Thank you very much. You may return.
Kingsley. Sorry, I'm very quick for it though.
You're fine.
And lastly,
Nice to meet you. Excellent.
Yeah, that should be me.
all right. Please tell me, you deserve to be on the team.
I like to find myself better at long distance fighting. I like to think myself better at distancing the target from our enemies, and I, as you called me on back on the ship, I would consider myself a warlock due to my occult magic.
A warlock. So, warlock, please. Show us your spells.
Oh, well, I know how to summon the magic. I don't really know how to do anything with it. I kind of just summon the very basics.
But are not an actual mage yet. I see.
I suppose not. But, yeah.
Alright. And aside from having a natural affinity for evil, when it comes to your spear, are you skilled with it?
It's the only type of weapon I've ever really known how to use, so I would say so, yes.
Interesting. Professor Takuya, please.
Stand to the nice side, shall we?
Godspeed, Angel.
I mean,
alright.
Oh, no, those not, I was about to say maybe the assistant teacher wasn't good. It won't be one. Oh, but those net attacks were pretty nasty.
I understand. Best of luck to the both of us.
Yeah. Not bad stance. However, against my speed. Elbow.
It's not the speed, it's the prediction. I think. Is that what it? They're thinking. Less talking, more.
Sorry.
Oh. That's one. That's one.
It's alright. Too bad you
Oh.
Good shot.
Good fight.
Thank you very much, Professor. Andrea?
Profound instincts. Keep working on it and you'll be good to go.
Thank you. Oh.
Good job, Angel. Killed it.
I should be dead.
I don't think they're gonna
kill you alive.
Is that all of us?
Line up, please.
Oh. Sorry, it was a little hard to understand.
Fun.
I'm just making sure everyone else is ready.
A little quiet.
Alright, students. You have seen the new candidates for your team. I want you to keep in mind Because these new individuals are the ones that will fight and perhaps die at your side. They are leaving themselves in your hands.
Should have known.
And I hope they are good hands. You are dismissed for the rest of the day.
I think I've got quite nice hands, actually.
My apologies, miss. They are in your hands and your wings.
There you go.
All right. You are all dismissed for the rest of the day. Please take care of your new students.
Yes, sir.
Roger. Whoa, assistant.
Yay.
I'm gonna go grab wheels.
Are we also dismissed, or...?
Yes, you are.
I guess so.
All right.
Nice.
Gallop, was it?
To meet all of you today. My name is Tawani Mustafa.
Let's go.
And Tao is just fine.
Up against a teacher. Teacher.
Am I yelling at you? Let's go, everybody!
Teacher. Yep. I've decided to make friends with the brick wall.
Wall. Wall. Yes. Wall.
I feel a very desperate need to T-pose, like the three fractions of a second. But I don't know if I should run the risk.
Wait, why you T-pose? I shall look away.
I am not T-posing. I'm not T-posing. I would never do such a thing. That's such a bad rep.
No. No, it would be bad to assert your
I am done.
dominance against so many people.
It would. Especially since I'm new.
Yes.
Oh. I got put up against a teacher.
You did quite well. I had fun with my little...
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
I got put up against the professor.
I know. I watched. You did good.
I scared myself. I blocked one of his quick moves. He went behind me and I blocked it.
Oh.
Huh?
Nothing to be seen here. Nothing. I didn't go short.
Oh, I didn't see anything. Oh, who left?
Oh, thank God.
I mean, who just disappeared? Someone disappeared. Well, they didn't, rather. Nothing happened. Oh boy.
I'm going back this way, cause fuck behind me. Wall.
What a wall.
Wonderful wall. Wonder.
Wouldn't it? Would. Yeah. You would never try to kill me, would you, wall?
Next thing you know, it collapses.
Whoa.
Don't
Lots
walk
of
in the pole.
feet. What?
Yes. Did everybody go?
I don't believe we would do somewhere. Is the rest of the day just gonna be relaxed?
I guess. Maybe search around.
Yes.
Yes?
Holy crap. I got put up against the stealth professor. Oh my god. Oh, bless the nightmare. Okay. Let's not be wall dwellers, if that's the word. Seems people are talking to.
As far as I'm aware, it's just precautionary. How about you make me a bumblebee as well, and then I can tell you the story. Is that a deal? Then? Is a deal? Great. I need to go that way.
Have you tried making sure that you're not looking at moving hair parts and perhaps blocking them out of your vision?
I refuse.
Oh, it would probably help with the headache.
It probably would, but I like killing my head.
Can we open our jackets?
I usually have it. I've been having it open.
I'm not gonna run the risk.
Open.
No, just like you have, you know, the half. You know, kind of just like that.
Just have it. Just have it half.
I'll leave it as is. Well, it looks like they've already made some friends. Good stuff.
Oh, it's a lot nicer to look behind me now.
It is indeed.
Kingsley.
It's okay.
Stories of killing rift beasts is spread around.
I thought I would bring once again up to mention that Aqua is currently in need of a shield user.
Thank you. Why did he call that flirting? We're just having fun.
I remember you talking about it. My problem is I was told I couldn't use my shield, so I was
you are
at a
having
huge
fun.
disadvantage. And I nearly shattered the poor man's leg, which is not what I wanted.
Yes.
But you said it before when we were talking earlier that you prefer to use the shield.
Come to work. I need to start bringing water up to my room.
That's the small one, right?
Yeah.
For one more.
Really nice girl. It's just that she doesn't. She's very much like me and doesn't like crowds. Yeah. I brought out my shield, but I got told to put it away. I don't really have like spells for it, but I only have one which helps me to extend.
Oh, that's right. Where is he? Where did the professor go?
Want me to leave you? That's what you're asking.
Muscle mouse.
Oh,
Sorry to interrupt. You do that to me.
Yes.
What form of magic do you produce? I was very distracted during whenever you did anything.
I do healing.
Okay.
He's got a good sprint.
That's all he asked me.
Listen, I'm just saying, Ignis team seems to be the most sane out of all of them. It's probably
Otherwise, we definitely need that.
Well, I know that the purple-haired one does healing. I think her name is Talia. And
Talia, yeah.
I'm against a wall. I'm against my bed. Discussing.
We have a bunch of shoes, yeah.
You're acting like a child.
It worked.
I'm the only one without a shoe license.
right in front of us. Take him out.
Not funny.
Oh, I did. Never mind. I thought it was just running along with the joke that he's the fucking stealth professor.
Like
Yuki has that already. You could get Yuki to teach you.
I'm just gonna have a quick peek.
We were doing two different.
Did you actually want us to do
That pitchfork. Small there.
Right. Follow on then.
Alright, follow me. Since you can't see him.
Why? Oh yes, I cannot see the.
Please don't say it like that. I don't want to be a partner in crime.
Hello, Angela.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. We weren't doing anything
I'm not that mean.
illegal.
I wasn't gonna ask.
Okay, good.
But now I feel like I should ask.
No.
But what are you doing?
I got told that we're not allowed to use magic without teacher's permission.
Thought we were told this on the boat.
I don't remember that.
I thought we were told not to use our magic. That
I might have been asleep.
I think you might have been.
Might have fallen asleep.
I think you might have been, yes.
Well, at least. Well, I know now. I know now not to.
And that's what matters. Because it's the first day. Already broken a rule, I think, if you've done it.
No, not at all.
You haven't done it yet?
Don't know what you're about. I don't know what you're on about. Mm-mm.
You haven't done any magic yet.
Nope, I have not.
And you're
Don't worry about anything.
and you're not lying.
No, I'm not lying. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye.
Okay. They're absolutely lying.
Don't worry about that. I was just going to say they seem interesting. You know, their background checks out. More so than Rift Beast.
Shadow. I might just sit by the mess hall. But and there's the odd case of it being falling. But I'm sure should that be the case. Today. Oh boy. It really did just put me up against the stealth professor. Is that LeFron? Oh no, it is. I'm very quick at identifying 2 pixels. And tell my gestures off so I can check the chat. I should go find people, especially people who are like sort of by themselves, like myself. Sit down. Been standing up since our ride. Our hand up. Guys moving out. Hello.
And Jill. Hello. We're about to go get some food. Would you like to join us?
I mean, yeah, sure. I'll tag along. Just. Right.
Yeah, alright.
No, the jump.
We have things other than fish here, thankfully.
Oh.
Oh yeah. This place even.
Well, it's like it was just fish, unless you count lobster as one.
I remember that time. Oh yeah. Angel. I was gonna say. I wasn't really paying attention. So, how did your spar go? I saw you were up against Professor Show.
Truth be told, I was terrified. Speaking of which.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I get you. I've had a very good, oh shit, I wouldn't be too scared of him though. He might be, very serious, but he's a good heart.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's taught me some
But
volleyball lessons.
I'm just, I don't mean to sound narcissistic in any sense, but I do feel I was dished the hardest fight.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I mean, fighting against a professor is on a whole different level.
I'm surprised I got even one hit.
I mean, hey, you're just... I don't know if it was beginner's luck or anything, but it's still something good.
I suppose so.
I joined for that reason. Look, tell me something about you. What are you...
Something about me?
What are your goals here? Why are you here?
I figured my skills could be put to better use for hunting.
It's
I also joined the medical division.
kind of
I hope that was fine with
personal in a sense. I didn't really
You
think I'd be
sure
telling anyone.
didn't join
Let's just say I'm looking for someone.
Roommate?
Sorry, yeah. These are the names. Your name is right here.
We have a kind of a similar goal then.
Maybe.
What I'm not necessarily looking for someone is more of a thing of I'm getting stronger for the sake of being with someone.
Uh-huh.
We can, as you said earlier, divide and conquer.
Well, I believe so, yeah.
Well, what about
Conquer
the
farming, how conquer
divisions?
animals.
What do you plan on joining?
Hunting.
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I need to specify.
I'm pretty good at identifying the herbs and plants, but I don't really know where that would fit in. I guess medical would work.
Right? I am already part of the diplomatic division.
I am planning to go
imagine they're
in
not accepted.
farming and muscle, just because, well, those are kind of the two that I'm most used to, but I'm thinking of changing my mind and
I'm not entirely
choosing
sure.
crafting instead.
Nothing really
'Cause
calls out to me.
while I may be fast, I'm not, like, the strongest.
I get you.
Makes sense. Is anyone on muscle over there? Yes.
Yeah, in fact, I think I'll just do that now.
Oh, this one over here.
Changing my mind, actually.
Oh, there's two.
Huh. I'm gonna put myself on farming. That seems like fun. I used to grow my own stuff.
I wonder if people are just doing it because of the hunting.
So long before making a choice in this.
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, it's the...
Which is fair enough.
I was the original member.
3 days.
All right. Well, that'll be my first one, and I'll take some time to think on my next one. All right. Well, that's settled for now. Guess it's lunchtime.
Check on my phone. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Probably head in. I imagine people have already started eating.
Oh dear.
It's time to readjust my headset. Okay. Not necessarily into hunting. Give or take, not a clue. Chemical. Never touched it. And crafting. I am not a handyman. Get over there. Okay. Oh.
We used to have a lot, but you know, something you have to consider about the school is that it's, in the end, it is a school destined to. Ah, shit. I tripped.
Post ballet classes?
In the end, sorry. No, I tripped on the board. In the end,
oh, I see.
Is,
I'm still saying it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was a very graceful trip.
No, you're fine. This is a school based around saving the world, and with that comes a lot of stress. Not everybody has it, unfortunately, and you can't really sugarcoat that. People have gotten hurt and or died here. Like the guy sort of said in the introduction. Not a lot, but it's happened, and that probably turned a lot of people away from what our purpose here is. Exactly. Some people just don't want that pressure on themselves.
Yeah. Being outside, you can decide to fight or to hide, and
Sonata?
you basically decide to fight. It's stressful. That's for sure. I mean, at one point I thought I was gonna die myself.
It really is like the first day of school. Why am I getting first day of school? Genuinely.
You could say traumatizing experience.
Oh, books. Open? Publicly?
Cecilia sick today.
Unfortunately, on the worst day of her met.
Guess so.
Yeah, students are missing out on a lot.
Ah, zero.
Earlier, I'm Professor Actors Caldwell. I'll be going over magic, the basics at elemental.
Yes.
Of course, a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Professor. I am Telkaras Fairmorn.
Fair.
A good spot, but not quite.
Fucking, what direction is my... It's a side. Sell my own. Grab something. Roll wants it.
There's the trash can down there. Totally put things in, right?
Gal. Keep track of bleed.
You trust me if I say I only have good intentions, right? Um,
Mindset shows his weapons now. That's good to know. Do those tiles not collect? Connect? They do for some of it, but then like right down there. What? You have to go already? Name for Umbra. Slight. Eat so loudly.
And you, NGO?
Yes.
Yes. Are you over here for a reason, or...
Oh, I'm just...
nervous to approach?
No, I'm just... sitting with some peace. Just kinda... thinking about some things. You know, like, what I'm gonna do next, and where I wanna go, and, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, the answer to where you're going to go, at least physically, is to class, when they pop up.
Class. You know which class that would be?
Whenever they pop up. Whichever ones pop up. And whichever ones you decide to go to.
Okay.
Unless they're mandatory, in which case you don't get the decision.
Makes sense. You.
I am Actors Caldwell.
Oh, yes, you are
Professor
one of the magic professors.
One of, yes. I'll leave you to your thoughts.
You, Professor Caldwell.
Good day, Angel.
Class is next, is it? It's next, I should probably get that right. Oh. Didn't hear any of that. It's because I have the gate up. Later, and if I turn that down even a smidge, you're going to hear my fan. Get familiarized with the classrooms.
That's Decimus. I need to get you.
Potions. Oh, that's not a classroom. That's just a door. That's just a door. Ella. Offensive magics. Did I meet Anella? And then Caldwell. Right.
I think it's been two.
What is a few?
2, 3.
Can we go up there? Can we go on the stage and go upstairs?
For now.
I hope it stays that way.
Tactics.
And you did finish all that.
Go on, who's downstairs? Downstairs was Nala, Bombadil, Mordred, and Caldwell. Decimus, come. Where was Decimus? Is he the priest? Oh, my friend. But a Kosa for magic. Okay, so I have an affinity for spear user. If okay, my main goal is to blow up. My main goal is to learn how to use my magic. That's just an empty way. And to do that, I should realistically attend a magic class, because that seems to be the best step forwards to all of my problems. Is there more stairs upstairs?
Man of God, try to be realistic.
What was the quote? I am a man of God, but try to be more realistic. And not more stairs. There is an upstairs.
I guess I'll see.
That's nice.
But when are we supposed to train bets, or?
Yes, actually.
Do we have NPCs hit today?
It's the building to the...
Okay, you
okay, Belle got it.
Get me to jump. Welcome to Roblox, dudes. I'll tell you one thing. Scottish. So I'm going somewhere off limits, to be honest.
I think the students got it.
That's good. I'm really glad. The new students all seem really cool.
Yeah.
I can justify the conversation.
Well, cool is always nice, but skilled is what we're looking for. Remember that at the end of the day.
I'm sure they're skilled too. Hopefully, maybe.
At the end of the day, one thing matters, and that is your survival. And kill and eliminate any threat.
Tracking just decided to go wee.
I honestly did. Oh. I thought you
Soon as somebody. I'm just passing by. Just seeing what there is to say.
I see. Well,
I won't disturb your conversation. Yeah.
This must be the firstborn I was talking about.
Okay, magic is up here. Balcony, or one of many. Combat magic. Combat magic is upstairs. You're ready to go back downstairs. Magic combat.
Let's go get food for Lenora, please.
My throat is so dry. Eller. Defensive magic. Here we have Zebra Crossing. Over here we have so the defensive potions. I don't want to point with my head. I have hands. I'm in VR. Defensive potions. Four sticks. Begin. Okay.
I deal with spears, so your craftsmanship
Quite the
could use
same.
some work,
Thank you for all your...
but similar.
Potions, defense, linguistics, magics. I need a drink. We have 2 more hours. Already want to sit down again, bro. Wow. Oh. There's someone. I can't even read it because I have like Giz. I think it's Giz. I see blue. She. Oh, did it? Oh. This is a sty.
Do you give us permission?
What?
Say yes.
I don't know that I understand.
Just say yes.
Yes?
Say yes. Yes! We got it! We got permission!
What?
Let's go!
Permission to do what?
I don't know.
I would tell some teachers or professors that you do not claim their acts. What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Wallach puts arcane opponent on blast. Cleanup crew is expected to work through the night.
The knowledge of the world exists in books.
Harbor District Guard seized nearly 10,000 grams worth of ritual components. Okay, that's just... that is just Photoshop. Default text. The farmer grows 5 feet long carrots. It's all thanks to my new secret fertilizer. Yes. Rift activity growing worse near water and keep. I imagine we should be heading there at some point. Dragonkin saves fish from drowning and tries it in fire pit. Read this one first. Rocket boots, the newest fashion in Ethernet clothing, burns a man to oh. The South, don't get rocket boots. For all the students that can read this message, I will be hosting classes to help those that have difficulty reading and or writing in the afternoon. Please relay this information to those who cannot read. Right in the ground. Both the ground. Whoops. I NPC myself in this corner. Ow. I have a sock in my pocket because my hands are too sweaty to bend a thing on the back of the head. I might turn on full body, I'm not gonna lie. I have an hour on the full body. It's not gonna reach the end of the session. I'm not gonna go through there. Unless there's more lessons through there. I think that there is more than 8 staff. No. No. Baba, scuba baba, push, scuba baba, scuba baba, squabba, never shabba. Sit down again, I think. I am doing absolutely nothing. Or not.
I mean, maybe it was an old graveyard.
Honestly, get off in a second because I'm getting a big headache. You looking at me? Don't. I'm gonna sit down. So bad. Don't. Smile and wave. My throat's so dry. I'm gonna plunk myself down again, I guess. I know I've been sitting down a lot, but like. Whoa. Cold away. Because of the tracker blocking the knee. Oh, this is... I'm in. Gonna be my Tuesday night every night for the next. So. I was doing the old Discord thing. Discord. I don't know. Just occurred to me. Oh my god, it just occurred to me. None of that was recorded. Absolutely none of that. Oh well. People are on their way in like 3 frames a second. Hip tracker, fix yourself immediately. We have guests. We have guests. This is nice though, the trees. You'd think a military academy wouldn't be so pretty. But hey ho, here we are. Actually, no. I have a question. Why do they put me up against the professor? Of all new students, why was I the one that went up against the professor? I'm the quiet one. I'm the one that's gonna kill them all. No, I'm not. I would never do such a thing. I am not that kind of person. I'm set on my way. This could be problematical. Problematical? Is it problematical? Problematic? My feet are not on the ground. Now they are. Yes, indeed. Splendid. Absolutely delicious. Ah, my nose is blocked. Oh, I was in a good zone. Someone ran by and I was in zombie mode. I was in zombie mode. Damn, I got a whole one view of me. Living the good life. Clearly, I am living the best streamer life. I'm making the big wonga for my streams. My spare going through the back of the chat. I should probably change it. Spunk. Murtash and Ariana. I want to say it's Ariana. I should go to bed, to be completely honest. I'm basically falling asleep. I'm actually like passing out. I could go. That is Ariana. Muscle Mouse. Oh. 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 I'm holding up the headset in my cheeks. This isn't fun. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm gonna keep complaining. I'm so tired, man. I can't even be in character. So tired I am. Man, I don't want to have to dip. I really don't. I'm so tired though. I want to go to bed. But I don't want to feel
You know why
bad.
it's called Colonel Sanders? No.
Why is it called Colonel Sanders? Oh, pause up there. Okay, I'm gonna sit. all my controllers are about to die as well. I really should probably dip. This is not... I'll dip within the next hour. I really am tired and I really need to go to bed. Morning.
What was your name again?
Angel.
Angel. You really have some prospect, boys. How long have you been using a spear for?
Good question, honestly. I lost count. I'd say maybe 2 years, 3 years.
Yes, you definitely have a good set of standards. You have a sharp sense. It's just more, I don't think you've fought with many other types. You've probably hunted and fought wild beasts, correct?
Not really, no. I worked on a barn. I didn't really hunt them, I took care of them.
Ah, so you have fought humans before.
Well, not humans, it was more a demon, one of myself.
I see. Well, you definitely have the aptitude to go farther with your spear work.
I'd like that. I'd like to progress in one way or another. Well, the whole time I'm here, at least.
Well, I found out our defense against the Rift Beast, Professor Octavio, is quite handy with a spear. I'm more for dual blades, but I can also give you some light pointers here and there.
Any advice would be great, honestly. Is that his fan or mine? His.
If I give you 2 light pieces to work on right now, that you don't always have to lunge when you use your blade. Using quick slashes from the tip of your dagger can keep someone at bay. Even the frightening premise of using just the tip to nick somebody, when we don't know if that's a poison blade or not, could be quite fearsome.
I have thought about going in for a jab, but probably bringing it up after the jab.
Yes, because that would be a laceration, and that would be quite devastating as well. The person would be in pain, they'd be bleeding, efficiency would slowly start to decrease. Good.
No, I just need to focus on the control of the handle. I understand that the control is in the middle when it comes to a spear.
Right.
I just wanted to ask if you had seen Lara or Bellicosa.
I did.
I've not seen them.
They were heading towards the Dawns.
Okay.
Dawns?
Yes, sir. Yes. And I think... well, the pivoting would be hard, since you need to be able to shift between weights and direction, since you might be against multiple threats. But...
True.
Wouldn't be against you to use the base of your spear to at least push and control your opponent's spacing. Spacing is the most powerful weapon that a lance has. It keeps people at bay, it can control how far or how close.
I had actually tried that in a match just a moment ago. I tried to, I believe you came at me from behind, I hit you with the sharp end and then tried to turn and then hit you with the end. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, and that's why I sense that you do have some technique on you. You definitely have it. Now it's just to build up that foundation and go from there.
Though at the same time I would also like to... Well, I know it's kind of the whole point of being here, to work against, you know, the Rift Beasts and the Rifts themselves. But I would like to somehow work my magic into my combat style as well.
Well, this is the best place to foster that potential. if you keep on it and you put in the due work and the diligence, I think you'll be able to make your dream come true.
I should hope so.
Right, well, I've got you long enough. It's good talking with you.
You too.
And
Thank
if you
you.
ever need my help, just ask.
Thank you. I will.
Have a good evening.
Before I run away very quickly, is there anything in schedule?
Not for today. This is mostly to get you acquainted with your classmates and get you set up in programs that you'll be working towards from here.
Right. Right.
Mostly everybody's either lagging from the ship or a little seasick, so I don't think there's going to be anything intensive today. But, be ready as soon as day comes tomorrow. We'll probably be on our first training regiment.
I see. I suppose I should try to find where I'll be staying the night.
So you are one of the new initiates, so you would be... Unfortunately, how we set it up is until you are selected by a house, you'll be staying at where we share new accommodations. It's also our warehouse where we keep things. It will be that building actually right in front of you here.
Oh. Well, yeah, it can't be worse than sleeping on a hard ground.
When you get sorted into a house, you'll be assisted into a room where most of your regular day commodities will be set.
Oh, I see. That's quite the upgrade. Especially if that's a warehouse.
It's a little bit of a motivation to get acquainted with the team. Might want to go look at some of your classmates and decide where you might be partial or try to give yourself a little demonstration.
Right. Well, to be honest, I'm fine with either. I don't really mind any harsher living conditions, I guess.
I see. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you. Just be ready soon, since we'll be moving with classes quickly.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Professor.
No
I suppose I will take a look at where I will be staying. Thank you. You too.
Okay, we'll just listen.
All I'm saying is that, all I'm saying is that I hope that you are just as good as him, and I believe that you will be just as. Isn't that right, Professor?
Unfortunately, Kaitakuya had the what's the word? The inconvenience of being my first enemy. Should I turn to the dark side of the Force, he will be the first to die. Not that I will do such a thing. Regardless, the sky's gone purple now, it's worrying. Not looking that way. If the day's ending already, that's pretty solid actually. They've shortened the schedule due to the fact that, you know, there's a lot of free time. That works perfectly fine. No, they kept the fireworks stand. We're so dead. We're so dead. Huh. Are these double-sided? No. Huh. He looks like a young Alex. An Alex Weiss, who was basically my RPG dad. Isn't that nice? I don't want to think about it. So it's a purple sky. I don't know if that means nighttime or not, because I have wall audio up, right? Or they should have. My stomach come out a bit too far. Opportune moment to T-pose very quickly. Unless I lied. You know what? That's a staff member. I have 40 minutes on my full body. Honestly, if this day is about to end, I gotta say, good stuff. Good introduction. Good placement tournament. Were you also checking out where you're staying the night? Were you also checking where we were staying?
Oh, I checked before. I'm staying outside.
Oh, wait, you are?
I'm too
I mean, no offense, but can you fit in there?
Nature's more, I think, though. I'd rather
It's warmer. You might catch a cold outside.
It's not warm. I've slept in the forest for 3 years.
Oh.
I will be good.
I mean, it's basically a tree. It's just square instead of round.
Besides, if anything does
That's
happen,
fair.
I've got my shield to just point over me.
Oh, like a blanket.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very warm, actually. You know what
Huh.
like, the angle it correctly. Yeah.
I'd imagine once the blue stuff on the inside comes out, it's quite warm.
Yeah, but I can only really do that when my, when I'm able to, I guess.
Right. I don't think there's anything else planned for today, is there?
No, I'm gonna go train though.
That's fair. I might go explore. There's so much to see.
You could call it see stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, it was just more like a.
Hello. He was out of breath. I need something to eat. I'm starving. Oh my fucking god, I'm hungry. I need a bag of crisps. Don't go in there, that's the teacher's lounge. This is the Badari Caves. The little houses, they have little bridge. They live little lives in that little town. They're little cats, they're little Madari. Little slaves. Is it the same stuff? It is. Man, I can't believe Abdel's gone. Abdel was one of the cooler characters, in my opinion. No offense to like anyone else, but I do think Abdel was cool because she made the team captain her bitch. There's me, right there. Ellie did not show up today. Ellie Epic.
And you?
Hello. Just having a look at the teams.
Oh yeah.
Seeing which ones had
I think I forgot to ask. Do you have anything magic related that you can do?
Magic? Well, in the placement matches we did earlier, well, I can't display it because of the permission, but I specialize in occult magic. I don't really know any spells to do with it, but I can do the basic of just summoning it in my hand. I don't know how to like throw it or anything. I don't know how to like form it into a shape if that's what it does.
Yeah, okay. I was just thinking about what could be a good team composition for you.
Though, if anything, I know
Team Aqua
it's
doesn't
commonly people look at occult magic as some kind of evil, and you know, destroy on sight. From so I hear from the people on the ship.
Well, yeah, that's true, but in these tiring times, I think that doesn't matter. It's just some kind of PR thing. The reason why it's gonna be a problem if it's used the next 2 days.
It's honestly become part of my journey.
The reason I'm saying not to use occult magic is because in most places on the surface, the use of it is grounds for execution.
So I was told.
Yeah.
That is why we're warning people. Do not use occult magic. Do not show that you have it. Do not speak that you have it.
Of course.
If you do, we cannot guarantee some nation isn't going to swoop in and take you away. Most likely to execute you.
Oh, right. Let's just make sure that it all. Well, yes.
I show back up.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, you just.
I'm just what?
Oh, she's tall. She's really tall.
No, I thought I said. Anyway, yes, just be careful. But
I'm aware.
or at least I personally don't care. So, anyways, I was gonna go look for someone of the unsorted to discuss with them about various things related to tombs. And yeah.
Sounds very efficient.
Oh, Jenna was looking for you actually. I'm not sure where she went now, but I think they might be in the Umbra dorm.
I just asked them, so she's clearly not that desperate.
I guess.
Guess not.
Well, she can find me. She still needs to talk.
Zuko's literally forgetting I fell on equal ground with a teacher, bro.
Sorry about that.
Ow. There's another list. There's hair in my eye. Call the police. I'm dying. Is everyone got cameras sticking out from their roofs? Someone invented this as a camera out. I can see it. I can smell it. Scrumptious streamer camera. Absolutely barbaric. There's a path that way. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I'm just walking around, kind of getting used to the place.
Big place to get used to.
Try not to get too lost.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Not really. Just kind of walking around, seeing where everything is.
If you have any questions, the dorm furthest away, don't worry, no one was hurt. It was just burned down one day.
Gotcha. Soulless. Okay.
Don't be afraid to let us know if you need anything.
Of course. Right. Where's you now? Barrels, stone, dorms. There's a crying corner over there. I know that much. Sitting around. Just able to check it as well. Shit myself. Where's the crying corner? Did I add the sign? Am I technically allowed to walk over here? Also, this is Stella, I believe, because it got replaced with Lumen. No sign. It's supposed to be the crying corner. This is where Solus is gonna come when he can't put up the facade anymore. When being a big brother just is not enough. When his little brother Gelub dies. God, please don't let Gelub die. Please, please, please. Let Gel live for all that is holy. Do not let Gelub die. I absolutely beg you. I go for a little jog. Oh, I'm going for a jog. Look at me, my silly little arms running in place. Oh, look at me, Emma the Archer user. It's a pond. Fishing, I like fishing. Fishing's fun. Fishing fan club. I own a fishing fan club. I go to those. I know what that is. Let's have a look. Oh, those gates are open. I should not go over there. Instead, I'm going to turn my attention to this mountain that has disappearing assets. Ah, they glow. My goodness, I should not stray off the path. Absolutely not. Except for the fact that it goes over. No, okay. Who's that? Who's that? I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm scared. Is that Kiki? No? Yes? No? Is that Oriana? Oriana? Unsullied? Anyone? Who is it? Is that Ava? Okay, it's Ava. Ooh. You should try moving backwards. It's really good for tricking your legs. You know? I think she's having some issues. I think.
I can't hear you.
What?
I hear you now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, well, how you doing?
Just kind of exploring the ground. Oh my god. Exploring the grounds, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
How'd you get up there?
There is a path.
Oh. I see.
I'm gonna go this way now.
Okay, I'm gonna go the way I was going. I was gonna go that way.
Okay, cool. Have fun.
You too.
Bye, Oriana.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
She's having a moment.
She says she's dying.
Oh,
Take it to the clinic.
oh, no more headache.
No more headache?
No more headache?
No more headache. Oh, he's gone.
No more headache if I look at you.
You should try walking backwards. It's good for your legs. It's good practice. You know?
Off we go.
Hello.
Off we
We're walking backwards because it reduces the headache. It's good practice.
Yay.
I'll let you know when you hit a wall.
Oh, thank you.
Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob.
Am I going the right way?
You good? You good?
Is the
You
stairs
good?
behind me? Can I go
Yeah,
up
the stairs are behind you.
myself?
You can go up the stairs.
Okay.
Be careful taking your steps. Yep.
There we go.
There you go. You're safe.
Oh, there we go.
You have to look that way now.
No.
Why do you have a broom?
I have formed a new team
Chose.
with Yiko called Team Yesh, which is Murtesh, which is Yiko and Murtesh. We are Yesh.
Yesh.
And we're going to the beach if any of you would like to join us.
The beach?
The beach.
I have
down
the
to the beach. Oh my
Let's
god.
get away.
Oh my god. Hold on, I got you.
Oh! It looks like a wrench. Or pliers.
I have a headache anymore.
He might have hit himself where the sandal doesn't shine.
Oh,
Or in the knee.
Which end?
Would you rather be punched in the stomach?
Are we talking about sunrise or sunset?
Did you brim yourself in the leg?
Sunrise.
Or somewhere else?
Ooh.
I hit a really hard pocket of air on my kneecap.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks.
Oh no.
Would you like me to like?
Do you need healing?
I'm back.
Not.
My soul
Hi.
needs healing.
Oh, that hug always helps with that. Do you need big bear hug?
He just hit himself with the broom really hard on his knee.
I thought you were a mouse.
You could probably lift him.
I am a mouse, but
Hug the muscle mouse, Eco. Give the muscle mouse a hug.
It's worth it. It works. It works every time.
It'll make it feel better.
It works every single time.
Just make sure she doesn't squeeze too hard.
Or another air sac will burst.
It's supposed to mean that you're very twinkish. That's what
I
it
cannot
means.
go any further.
Lifts
What's
up.
a twink?
No. Twink-ish.
It's good hug, yes.
Twig.
Twig.
You know.
Twig.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what twink is. Like twinkle? Like the...
Now I do.
What is it, the nursery rhyme?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Here, hold on. Let me get rid of that.
I feel better.
There you go. You're clean.
All right, beach time.
I was looking for someone so
This way.
Sure, I got nothing better to do. Let's go to the beach. Let's go away. Sure.
Beach?
Is the beach?
If I was able to. The beach. I don't know. The beach. Beach duh. Oh. Does anyone see that? No, I'm safe. It's not unusual to get. Are we using the teleporter? Oh god, I'm about to throw up.
Yeah, I guess we'll go over here.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Big fire. Big.
Do we need fire boy?
Solus?
Fireboy to light it. Do you think it's appropriate to light
Yes.
it?
We can go find him.
Yeah, we should go get Fireboy. And we can start
He
a
was
bonfire.
training with
Oh, he's
Big
training?
Tall Man.
Tall man.
There's lanterns.
Which tall man? There are like 3.
Big shield. Big shield.
That dumbs it down to 2.
Hammer.
Oh, Kingsley. Okay.
Yes.
Got there in the end. 20 questions, got it in 3. What's he looking at? What are you looking at? Oh. Cave.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's safe to touch.
It's not. It's a void.
It's oh.
If you go through it, the entire
Oh.
staff will be alerted, apparently.
Oh. Then I will avoid that.
Yeah, that would be good.
He's got very anime style hair.
Though, it's just between me and you, but apparently you can hear some weird noises coming from here.
Weird noises.
Yeah. Guess there's nothing today, but yeah.
I guess whatever's making the noises must be asleep.
Maybe.
Oh.
Just kind of weird thing to ward, you know? Hold on.
Yeah. Makes you think what's in there, what's so important to check. But he already knows he's a mod. The sun is a big particle, I just realized.
Been itching to go through this cave.
Yeah, it's probably best to resist the itch. Never mind.
Avi Avedon, by the way.
Angel Weiss.
Angel. Oh.
Yeah, like Angel, but kind of not.
Forgive me for asking such an insensitive question, but why is your, you know,
My skin color? I guess it's just the way I am. I don't really know myself. I guess I was just born like it.
Gotcha. Huh. Well, I've definitely seen some weird things in my life. Just not this, but not the weirdest. Just the first.
Doesn't change during the day either. Seems to be no shading on me at all. Just kind of a shadow, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can really blend in the dark as it looks. Are they gone? Did they jump in the ocean?
Did they? We should probably check. Did you guys jump in?
I'm pretty sure they're not.
Oh, there they are.
I mean, I can hold my breath. Hold on, I can hold my breath. Okay, I thought you were drowning for a second.
Are you guys talking under? No, you're not. You're obviously not. You would never.
You're talking underwater if you couldn't tell.
Oh. Is that just like?
I had to hold my breath for a bit.
Man, I think the potions effects are wearing off finally.
Okay.
Time to go back.
I'm gonna go. You should start reading it.
All right.
That was a bad angle. Oh no.
Alright.
How was it?
Murtesh, please do not have your head do not have your head above the water and your pants up at the same time. Actually, just don't have your head above water while you're shirtless.
Why?
What?
Really bad. That was really bad.
Now I'm curious.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
I could have sworn you were naked.
I'm not naked. I'm clearly clothed.
Trick of the eye.
Campus like this.
What?
No, please put your clothes back on. You don't want to get in trouble.
Can I run around with my canvas and all?
It's after school hours, so maybe. I mean, it's getting late, right? I assume people will be heading to bed soon.
It is quite dark.
They did say that we could have our gamson off when our lessons were over.
Yeah, so yeah, feel free to take the gambeson off. Just remember not to lose it. You know, you should probably do it somewhere you remember to put it.
Make sure you
up.
don't leave it on the ground. Put it like on the stone next to the bonfire or something.
Actually, yeah, you could probably just leave it in the bonfire. It's not lit.
Yeah.
Or aren't we gonna light it?
Uh.
For a different day.
I guess we could save it.
I thought we couldn't light it because we didn't have who?
Fireboy.
Fireboy.
I mean, we could have, but like, I just, you know. I was just saying it'd be nice to use him for it, and we could have just gone and grabbed him, but it's fine. We'll light it. We'll light it on a special day, maybe tomorrow, maybe 3 days from now. Who knows?
Maybe 4, maybe 5.
Maybe to celebrate whoever
any day could be
survives
special.
the night.
Yeah. How many students do you think will die overnight?
Whoever doesn't get the right amount of sleep.
I was right. Mordred told me he left fireworks in the warehouse.
Yes, Fireboy said he wouldn't go near it, but...
Yeah, he said he wasn't.
He seemed very trigger happy on the boat.
Oh, was he?
Is that
He was all about showing off his magic. Oh, is the warehouse on fire?
What?
I hope not.
I should hope not. You smell burning?
Never mind, I don't see anything.
No, I mean when we were on the boat.
Oh. Heart attack. Oh. Probably. I'm getting very sandy lying down. This isn't good.
Yeah. This is where it chose just to stand.
Nothing a brush off can't do.
No other reason why I chose just to stand, I promise.
Why, you don't want to come sit with us? Okay.
I swear to God.
Take a fucking seat.
It's fine. You can, like, squat down and lean forwards at a really weird angle if you really want to.
Yeah, that's what everybody else does. They just squat really weird, and it's just normal.
I got to figure out where I can. Hold on. I think I need to back up a bit.
It's alright.
You can even lie flat on your chest if you feel like it.
Invisible air. There we go.
Air is invisible.
It was nice looking out at the stars with the palm trees.
Yep.
And whatever this is.
Whatever this is. Ah yes, the blue moon. Every night is the blue moon. It's the most beautiful moon.
You saw me standing alone. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-ba-da. You think?
The night sky is really beautiful.
The sky of the night.
I've slept under this countless times, never getting used to it.
You'd say that again.
Same here. I slept under it for like years. Really reminds me of home.
You too, huh?
Yeah, it was a wild ride out there until I came here.
Where was your
Mine?
Yeah.
The way the NPC speaking was coming on tomorrow.
Yeah. From Swain Pole. It's not that far from here. A lot of greenery, a lot of plants.
Oh, one of my things is dead.
From the age of like 12, I just lived on my own in the wild, fending for myself. Spent some time in like villages and stuff, you know, but it was harder to sort of survive there than it was just on my own with what I learned.
It's been over an hour, hasn't it?
Is it because you did not know people?
Well, I guess. A little bit of that, yeah. I mean, I knew people, but I didn't know.
He's fucking built. Also, it's been 5 months. He did all this in 5 months.
I was just living my own life, you know? Just enjoying my time.
And what about family? You just went off on no?
Yep, I lived on my own. All I got, and that's what matters. And now I'm here, and I got everybody. So I don't dwell on the past. I got the future and the current. The motion of the ocean. That's all we're gonna have.
The motion of the ocean made me very queasy.
The motion of the ocean. My pants are wet. My pockets are also wet.
Overall, you're wet.
You should dry them off.
I'm moist. I should. Too moist for my own good.
If you're wet, I wouldn't lie in the sand.
Moist. Do not use the
I'm
word
glad we got
moist.
wet together. As new team Yesh. Yesh will be known as the wet team, always dripping.
I think my hair's going up.
That's our slogan. Yesh, moist and wet.
Oh no, not the moist word. No, 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 no. No, don't trademark that. Please don't trademark that. Tell him to take it.
Moist?
No, no, no. It's just a weird word to say.
It is a word.
I'm wet or I'm moist?
I'd rather them say I'm wet. I don't know why, I just don't really like the word moist.
That's alright.
Okay.
There you go. I'll join you in the leading at a weird angle kind of thing. There we go.
It sounds dirtier than you think when you say moist.
Yeah, I think I'm also just gonna check it and just
Yeah, just crouch a bit like this. Okay.
You know, my feet are getting quite tired after today.
Very, very late.
Yeah, I think I'll be heading to bed soon.
Probably.
That's enough being moist for the night.
I will hunt you.
You can always be moist
Why
tomorrow.
would you threaten me like that?
You just met.
Let me grab my stuff and put it back on. I think I put it at this tree.
Oh, you're wearing
No,
your gamson.
you put it on this side of this tree.
You're right, I did. That's what I did. Let me put my shoe on.
It's a good thing that I remember because you do. Oh no.
Boopity boop boop.
Okay, understandable.
Put my stuff on real quick.
Shirt on.
You know.
Put the gambus on.
Real quick.
Oh. we don't need solace.
Maybe we should have put our things in the bonfire just in case someone were to accidentally light it. That would suck.
Oh. Yeah. You know,
I'm so
it's
glad I
like.
didn't put my gambus in there.
Ah, true. Well then.
Alright. Let's make our way back to the dorms and I guess go to bed. See what everyone else is doing.
Love the warehouse.
And time to go to the warehouse and go to our
Let's
jank
hope.
little beds.
Let's hope we don't wake up in flames.
You guys get beds this time. I'm still mad.
Well, they got like half beds, like half.
I'm fine with sleeping on the floor. I don't mind.
And pillow. I am fine with it too. That's what we mostly did in Kulani.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know what we students had to do? We had to sleep on boxes in the floor.
Oh.
That's always it seems more comfortable.
At least you were given something to rest on, I suppose.
You can hike your legs up and everything. Sleep in forward position.
You dropped the broom.
Where'd my broom go?
I dropped the broom. Here you go. You dropped this.
Ah, the broom flew out of my hand. Thank you.
You must be very moist from the sea.
I swear.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to be punched?
My moist
Not
hands
necessarily.
got the room.
You have very big arms.
Okay then.
I hate it.
Yes, I do. Maybe you will have big arms one day too.
I will not have big arms. I will have a big bruise on my forehead if I continue the way I am.
That's not
No,
ours.
I tried not to keep.
Yeah.
I tried not to keep broom moist.
If I bruise, what color does it go? Does it go like purple?
Wait, how do you keep losing control of your broom?
He's very wet.
Compelling force is dropping my broom.
Okay, do we just cross through the grass again, or are we actually taking path?
Nah, we're walking. Again, we're
Not when you're covered in sand.
It's best to dust sand off, yes. Do you need me to help you dust off the sand?
we can use the broom. Oh no, here comes a headache.
I have headache. Hold on.
Yes, I can see.
It's getting strong. Oh no.
You should try running backwards, it's good for you.
Oh, headache is gone. Headache is gone. No more headache. Can I have broom?
We're gonna
You
take
should
a
use the
small
broom to
shortcut
dust
through
each other
here,
off.
and we'll be at the dorms, like really quick. So come on in.
Very nice.
Oh. I don't think we should take this way, but okay.
What?
This feels like a maze.
No, it's fine. We can see over the top.
I am not that tall, and I don't want to stand on tippy toes. Yeah, I must be lucky to be tall.
You can squeeze through there, right? Yeah, you can squeeze through.
You know, yeah, we can just cut through here. Okay.
It's open, I mean.
Route, but sure, you know what? It's a shortcut.
It's fine, it's open.
Shortcut.
Yeah.
Shortcut on the.
And I guess.
Right, we're almost out. We did it. We made it through.
We made it out. What a challenge.
Finally. I don't see how
I thought we were going to be in there for the rest of our lives.
I have not lost control of broom yet.
Again, he was underwater. His hand
You can carry it, I guess.
That broom, it just mysteriously floated out of my hands.
Oh. I guess the broom just doesn't like you, I guess. Maybe there's a spirit within the broom.
It's a common problem for all fish. They can't have brooms.
It's very difficult for us to keep it up for a long time.
Have you tried 2 hands?
This happens to a lot of fish, though, so don't worry.
Here, do you want your broom back?
Where do they go, anyway?
Sure.
Here. Now try holding it with both hands and just yes.
There you go. You got it.
He has his broom back.
You got
Carefully.
it this time. I believe in you.
He's a one-hand champ. No, he's double-hand champing it.
What does that mean?
I wield my broom with strength and dignity.
Sometimes you need 2 hands to wield the broom. Sometimes 1 hand is enough. Sometimes 2 hands makes all the difference. That's why I like to wield.
And sometimes you need a helping hand.
2 hands.
I see.
I've never had a helping hand wield my staff, but I'm not opposed to it if it works, I guess.
Oh.
I feel like I could help.
You want to help me with that later, Yiko? Maybe I can learn a new technique.
I'll hold on to your staff, and you can hold on to.
Right.
Are we gonna go sleep now, or are we gonna wait for everyone?
I guess we are. Or we can go looking at the training area for Solus and Kingsley.
I wonder if they're still there.
Now I'm curious. Probably not, because when people go to sleep, they disappear for some reason.
Oh, I see. Yes.
What? That's a wall. Wakey, wakey, time for school. Nope.
If someone take my couch, I'll kill you!
Yahoo!
Oh.
Please don't kill me. I don't want to die just yet.
Thank you. Good night. Yeah, that's what I thought. My couch. I marked it.
I'm glad you liked the ice cream.
I wasn't gonna take your couch. That looks rock solid. I hate to tell you.
I don't care. This is mine.
Understandable. I will sleep literally anywhere. I don't mind. Also, we have lots of alcohol. I don't know if that's empty, but if it isn't, we should be worried.
Oh god, there's a fireboy near it.
Oh
God,
I know.
There's a fireboy near it. He can actually set it on fire.
Solus is a hazard to our survival.
Oh god.
I feel very awkward. I'm the only dude here. Help.
Hi.
Oh, microphone.
Fireboy could kill us all by setting fire with the alcohol or
Um,
the fireworks done.
Did we ask him at all if he was a sleepwalker? You know,
I know I am, but
You what?
I don't know about him.
Okay, if you're both sleepwalkers, fight each other and put him to bed.
Understandable, yes.
I think you're gonna be good at that.
Speaking of fight, I'm gonna go to see if he's at the training area before I hop in.
I'll probably follow you. If not,
Empty.
don't fist the cannon.
It was a very moist cannon.
No, not moist.
No.
No, that's Yiko.
Yiko's a moist cannon.
Guess we could call him a moist cannon. I kind of want to just go sleep on the pretty pavilion.
Pretty sure we're gonna be beaten to death if we don't sleep inside of the whatever it's called, warehouse.
Maybe.
I heard that there's a people. Many people.
Is that Yiko?
The moist cannon?
Is that Yiko and Zuko?
Hard to tell. I see 3 pixels.
I noticed them alongside the box barrier.
Hello.
Which
Oh,
I
it's
didn't.
the moist cannon.
Yeah, you're a moist cannon now, for some reason.
What?
A moist cannon.
What makes you a moist cannon
now? Because he put his hand in a cannon and he said it was
I
moist.
touched a cannon, and because I know they don't like the word, I said it's a moist cannon. Yeah.
Alright.
We need to look for solar so it doesn't set the warehouse on fire.
What? I don't. Oh.
We need to ask him if he's a sleepwalker, because if he is, we're in danger.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know where Solus is, but
We literally would not wake up tomorrow.
Make sure you find him. Just make sure you find him as soon as possible, because I think
Yes.
soon we're gonna have to go in our dorms. I don't know if that was explained, but after hours, when it gets too late, we should just.
I'd be running on the spot, but my legs are very tired, so I refuse.
Yeah.
And now we must go find Solus before he kills all of us in one night. He is? Is he on the other way? Which way would he have gone?
Probably too loud for the things and many reasons.
I get the odd feeling he is one of many still here.
Can I slide
What?
the mountain?
Oh, we went the wrong way. I don't think this is the training area. This is the higher point. The training area was where we were when you had your headache. Yeah, it's down there. Let's go around. I'm not risking this. You die. You may be strong, but gravity is stronger.
Especially with the weight of my muscles, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Indeed.
I could go down these ramps.
Yep, these aren't too high. I don't know if that's a shortcut. Oh no, it is.
Are you so?
Hello? Is there anyone over there? Speak your name, or I don't. Consequence. Oh, there are people here. Whoops. Is he here? I see. No, it's not him. Oh no, are we too late?
He is not here.
We're too late. We're dead.
Oh, oh no. Oh, God, no.
See, I thought that was him because I saw fire. I couldn't be more wrong.
It's just.
I don't know. I haven't met half the people here. Solus.
Well, maybe you should.
Solus. I don't speak to people. Solus. Oh god, we're dead. We're so dead. I would like to not die on the first night, thank you very much. Ow! Did we just come that way? See, we're already like lively, put up energy now, but you watch. The second we go to do an actual like raid, like the fish people, depression.
If Solias even uses magic inside the warehouse, I am to punch him so hard in the jaw that he goes straight to sleep.
Which arm?
Left.
The middle.
I asked.
Yeah, nah, I'm probably sleeping.
Plus, I
Is he still awake?
Sleeping all too well tonight.
No.
No.
No, he's not.
Did he go to bed?
That one
I do actually need to put
earlier.
together some stuff tonight, so I doubt I'll be sleeping anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Don't worry too much.
we need to like chain him down to the bed or something. I worry for our safety.
Which one is his bed again?
I'm very worried.
The one he's sleeping on.
Just look. The one he's sleeping in. Come on.
Hmm.
Look for him.
Unless he's already sleepwalking somewhere.
Yes.
Oh, lordy.
One of the other dorm rooms is just already burned down.
Oh, not the other dorm rooms, no.
Oh, I won't lie. I was told that one of the dorms had burnt down, and immediately in my head I went Solus.
Oh no.
Oh fuck, where is he?
Yes, exactly. That's what we've been trying to do for the past like 10 minutes. We've been trying to find him. We don't know if he sleepwalks.
He's in the dorm.
Wait, he was just trading.
He was just here.
Yeah, he went to bed.
He was
He went
just
to bed.
here. I was literally fighting him.
He went to bed.
We could
He
all
went to the dorms, he went to bed. He just went to bed, he just left.
run. You gotta to the teleport. Don't do that. You gotta throw up. You are going to throw up. Do not.
I probably will, but well, wait. What is this?
No, it's not. It's not worth it. Don't do it. I'm not risking throwing up. I'm running there.
I mean,
Which way is it? Oh Lord.
This way, this way, this way.
If I throw up, I'm gonna have less time to deal with him because I'll be on the floor, basically dying.
You want me to carry you so you don't have to run?
No.
Oh wait, this builds up stamina. Never mind. Suck it up. Shortcut. Yes. Let us go.
I should chime into my demon instincts and run on all fours.
Please do not.
Could you imagine me running towards you at 4 AM?
That is very scary, yes.
Sorry plants, sorry plants, sorry plants, sorry plants, sorry plants.
Imagine if I came running at somebody on all the fours.
I'd worry. Solus!
Wait, there's people at the pavilion.
What?
There's people at the pavilion.
Oh.
I don't see him.
We're not up there yet. I'm going to assume he's sound asleep in one of these beds. I'm unsure.
I'm going to go see the pavilion real quick, because there's people in the pavilion, by the way.
Okay, we shall check and then...
I'ma just jump, hold on.
Oh Lord, ah! I'm flimsy, I break. Maybe... Where are we going? My voice.
He's talking to people, so he is fine. He's over there. I'm gonna go over to the dorm area and see what the hell's going on over here. So.
Do you sleepwalk?
You gonna tell me you're gonna punch me?
No, I
No,
already
do
asked
you
him. It's now.
sleepwalk?
He said no. I already asked him.
Oh, thank God, I don't have to punch you in your sleep.
Safe.
Why is that the solution?
Because I punched things.
I suggested a more peaceful approach, which was tie him down.
Hand in a bucket of water.
I could probably take his
With all
wrist
due
and
respect,
throw him to the ground.
after the ship, I worried.
I was just showing it off. I wasn't gonna send it, probably, maybe.
They did threaten to throw you overboard twice. Twice.
Ah, it's fine. I'm used to it.
I worry that they may have seen something in you that I cannot.
Well, they threatened to throw me overboard twice, and I got punched in the face by that other dude. So honestly, this isn't as bad.
Okay, I'm going to bed. Later. I'll make sure not to destroy too many beds.
Most likely. You have good sleep. I don't know if I'm going to bed yet, but I'm going to go find some place to sit because my lower back is killing me.
Fair enough. God forbid I get on the same team as Solus. I do not wish to die. Well, and as the Madari would say,
I can't do this. I don't understand how to do this. I can't.
I don't know what that is, but it's a Madari thing. Alright.
My legs don't move like they used to.
If I don't wake up tomorrow, you know what happened.
Yes.
Good night, and don't worry, I won't blow up the building. Listen, you know what? I'll sleep on the other end from the fireworks as well. I'll keep away from him.
You gonna sleep in the cannon, the moist cannon?
I don't think it's fit. I'll just take refuge amongst the crates of something. Yeah.
No, you're gonna sleep on a bed because sleeping next to a crate's gonna be bad for your back. We got a big day tomorrow, apparently.
Really? Well.
So I've heard. You can't sleep there, someone's sleeping there, you just can't see them because we're blind. I assume any of these are free real estate.
Yeah, I'll just... Let me just get my leg back for like a few seconds. It will not. I'm just gonna lay there. Alright.
What a nice and comfortable bed. Yep, I sure do love sleeping on a mattress thinner than my patience.
It's fine.
I lied, I have lots of patience. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
You seem like the patient type. Did anyone approach you yet? The team?
That Zuku guy came up to me.
Neat.
No one else, really.
Well, they said needed healers.
Well, he spoke to me, he kind of just asked me about what I had. He didn't really ask me about what I could do. Just rather what I could do, I guess.
Yeah. I'm taking this off as I sleep. I'm not sleeping in that.
Ignore the Velcro. These are button sounds, not Velcro sounds.
Alright, you have a good night. I'll talk to you in the
Yes.
morning.
Indeed. It's quite late. Let us go to the land of slumber.